do it, Ron. They waiting on us.
Happy New Year's to everybody. It is 26, y'all. We made it. We had a long year last year. We had a lot of things good, a lot of things bad, but happy New Year's to everybody. 2026 is here. Shout out to the entire PC fam, to every hoop head around the globe. From late night league pass grinders to the international fans like Damian and Mars that wake up at 4 a.m. just to watch real basketball. We only want one thing this year, and that's good basketball. We don't care about narratives. We just want good basketball. We don't care about excuses, Pin. We just want good basketball. We don't care about agendas, Swiper. We just want good basketball. We don't care about anything else. It's all about buckets, defense, competition, no gimmicks, no smoke ducking. We just want good basketball. And that's why you guys come here to the panel, because we talk about good basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yep. That's why we here.
Right?
That's why we here.
Well, let's go ahead and get into it, fellas. Pin, Swiper, chill. I got a super chat right from the jump, and it is going to segue us right into our topic. Main topic of the day. Now, we got a lot to talk about today. There was yet another injury last night, and it, went to one of the NBA's biggest superstars, potentially the face of the league, Victor Wembanyama. And this is just scary on multiple levels. Now, obviously, Wemby has been hurt multiple times.
Yeah.
But he got hurt again last night. We'll talk about exactly what happened. We'll talk about the severity of it. We'll talk about what it means for the NBA, and we'll talk about exactly what the implications could be on other players, what the implications could be on the Spurs, and ultimately just what this means. Real talk, what's going on? Real talk has entered the chat. Y'all, we'll also talk about, should LeBron be grandfathered into the All-Star game? We also got our top 10 scorers list. That's why Real Talk came up here, because we have to talk about his list specifically, because I promise you, you guys don't want to miss out on what Real Talk said and what Real Talk did. Also, we had some game winners last night, and we had somebody that was just inches close to being the man. Pin, you've been there before, just inches away from being the one, but it just wasn't quite enough. You know?
Dribbled the ball off my foot. Yep. It happened.
It happens. What are you going to do?
But let's get into it, y'all. The first super chat I got is from Whoopity Scoopity. Whoopity Scoopity said, I think disputing the 65-game rule for MVP, not all pros or all defensive team, is dumb, because even when the rule wasn't a thing, the only person to win MVP and play less than 65 games in a non-shortened season was Bill Walton.
Fact.
How do y'all feel about this?
That's a fact. Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, Embiid won in 66 game played. I think my biggest criticism, we had this conversation multiple times, but to reiterate what I said, I think the biggest issue I have with the minimum is that player contracts are tied to the minimum. That's really my only issue, is that what happens is the media, they have been put in a situation where they had to deliberate between, who's made all the NBA team, DPOYs, MVPs, and with that, or all defense. And with that, you get a percentage bump of up to 10% or 15% for the super duper super max. You get a percentage bump in your contracts, and that's a lot of pressure to put on the media folks, because they don't want that responsibility either. But on the other end as well, players obviously are more incentivized to play more games in order to get the contract. 65 is a lot, and just for context, in 2000. Whatever the year before the rule went in place. So this was in 22-23. I believe Kevin Durant played 56 games that season. I had him all NBA that year, and this was prior to the rule actually going into effect. So I think that there's always leeway. There should be leeway with situations where you have this many players that are, I think, because of injuries and freak injuries, obviously talking about Wemby, Jokic, Giannis for another season. I think Giannis has made it for the last 7-8 seasons. Eight. So
what year was this? What year was this that you had KD on All Pro team?
22-23 when he played 41. He played 41 with the 47 that year with
the Nets, and then went to Phoenix or something.
No, he played with Phoenix. Or what is the other way? Yeah, I think you're right. You're right. It was the Nets, and then he went to Phoenix. I can't remember exactly how many games he played that year, Chill. If you're looking at it,
47 games.
47.
Yeah,
47
games. Sure.
All NBA that year because I thought he was that good. Because if you remember that's the whole secondary story. We don't have to get into that, but I think that the issue is for me is you should not be penalized as a player from what you could earn because of a 65 game minimum. For me, I think it's much more realistic to ask for 60. I think in a situation like that is a pretty big difference, by the way, like on the season, 60 and 65. It's not a big on percentage, but it's just easier to be more available for something like that. But I do think this year in particular, the fact that we may be without Jokic, Giannis, Luka, and Wemby for the first team All-NBA, I think that is not the intent of the rule. The intent of the rule is for people like Kawhi Leonard and for others who are load managing, and they wanted players to play games. They wanted them to show up to play games. Giannis doesn't miss games when he's healthy. Jokic obviously does not. Wemby, freak things. It's not up to him. Luka always plays games when he's healthy. I think the idea that we're now penalizing, and this, I'm not saying like this isn't me trying to rewrite history, by the way. Like this is constant chance that I've had. I think it is unfair, and I know Ox, we've had this discussion too. I think it is unfair that if you do get injured, you miss out on financial incentives. More than anything else, as opposed to some of the All-NBA award stuff, if that makes sense.
That's been my own.
Real talk. Right quick before you step in, I do just want to say this because I've seen people commenting before the show. There's going to be people that comment after the show, and there's going to be people that comment right now. Our job as a media outlet, as people that cover the NBA, is to talk about current news. If Giannis would have got hurt last night, if Jalen Johnson would have got hurt last night, if Scotty Barnes would have got hurt last night, hell, I don't care if Ime Udoka would have got hurt last night. Our job would have been to come up here and talk about it. If this is a conversation that you guys don't like, then tell these niggas stop getting injured. When they get injured, our job is to come up here and talk about it. Victor Wembanyama, one of the biggest names in the NBA, one of the best players, got injured. We are going to come up here and talk about it. Whether that sparks old conversations, whether that ignites new conversations, or whether that is us just talking about what his injury means to the NBA, that's what we're going to talk about. If these main players get injured, Jokic, Josh Giddey, Austin Reeves, Victor Wembanyama, that is major. That's humongous for the NBA. That has a lot of implications moving forward in terms of All-NBA, All-Star games, playoffs, all of that, seedings. We are going to talk about that. That is breaking news. That is a hot topic. Real talk. Back to you.
Okay, I see we got a host moving a little different in 2026. But what I was gonna say is the part I agree with Swipe on is I don't like that the contracts are tied to awards and accolades. This is the part that I was talking about myself. Like the fact that the Spurs will be able to look at Victor Wembanyama and be like, oh, well, you haven't made an All-NBA team and you didn't win a DPOY award because of games played. Now we're able to, quote unquote, lowball you on a contract instead of being able to pay you the $40+ million that we owe you because you didn't make an All-NBA team or you didn't win DPOY. But my problem isn't the fact that there is now a threshold to to making these teams. My problem is that making that team is tied to the contract. I think I don't care if Wemby plays 10 games this year, right? If the Spurs don't see fit to pay Victor Wembanyama a super max, then let the Spurs be dumb, and there'll be 29 other teams on the phone saying, "Oh yeah, no, we'll pay him. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it." I think that's how it should go. I think the teams should be paying these players what they are owed on their specific team. And if you don't value that player to that extent, let that player go somewhere else where he is valued and he can get rightfully played. But again, I don't have a problem. I think those two things are not interconnected. Well, shouldn't be interconnected. They are right now, but I don't think they should.
Penn, do you remember?
It's go both ways. I don't think that you shouldn't be exactly what you said, real talk. If I want to pay you that much, I should be able to pay you that much. But I also shouldn't be forced to pay you that much if you make a first team All NBA. If you make a first All NBA team,
that's
you
true.
know what I'm saying. If you make a first team All NBA and you didn't play, you're not playing enough, and I don't feel like I should pay you that much, then I shouldn't have to. My only thing, Swipe, is that I think the rule has to stay the way it is because we can't determine, like, who are we? We can't determine whether or not a guy is load managing or if he's really hurt. You know what I'm saying? Like for guys like Joel Embiid and Kawhi Leonard, guys that are injured or have conditions that can't play through it, it's that's just what it is. Hey, if you can't work, it doesn't matter why. You know what I'm saying? Come to work. Or don't make the first, second, or third All NBA team. Now, to Real Talk's point, I don't think it should be tied to your contract, but I do feel like guys that show up to work and play 75 games, even if they're a tier below a guy that played 45 games, should be on the first, second, third All NBA team. I don't care who you are. If you're Giannis Antetokounmpo, Kawhi Leonard, SGA, Jokic. You play 45 games, you play 55, 60 games, and I'm sorry, brother, you had an amazing season, but you didn't play enough. I don't think there's anything wrong with this rule.
Penn, do you remember
being a part of the contracts?
Penn, do you remember when they knocked down the Berlin Wall? So the stuff that you used to be able to do, you now can do it. Like, we don't got to go around the wall to do it now. Now we can do it out in front of everybody. Just so we clear, these contracts that are tied to the media, this has always been going on. It's just in the media now. How do I know that? Because Tim Hardaway had a clause in his contract. You play these amount of games, you end up with a $500,000 bonus. If you make the All-Pro team, if you make the All-Star team, it's an extra $150,000 in your contract. The media just didn't know that. These guys already knew it. These guys know that if I make the All-Star team, which is voted by the fans, or if I make the All-Pro team, which is voted by the fan, or which is voted by the media, if I make the All-League defensive team, which is voted by the media, that's an extra bonus in my contract if I do that. That's always been going on. It's just now going on in public. Everybody now knows about it. These contracts, they're called incentives. They've always been part of that. Now, don't get me wrong, Real Talk. If I'm one of the better players in the game, Luka, Wemby, Jason Tatum, guys like that, you're going to pay me market value despite what the media says. If I'm one of the best players in the game, I'm going to get paid what the market demands, right? But the media has always determined that in terms of incentive, they've always been a part of what I get in terms of money because that's been in my contract. Yo, chill. If you end up making an All-League defensive team, that's an extra $500,000 in your contract if you do that. If we go deep into the playoffs and you win the finals MVP, which is voted by the media, that's an extra $1 million in your contract. Stuff like that. That stuff has always been going on. It's just now in the public. And I think that's the biggest gripe that people like Swiper, for example, has.
Well, but I think the incentives are different. An incentive and
that's
requirement.
You earning an incentive, something you have the ability to do within the rule, like the structure of your contract. And by the way, most players of the upper archetype, they don't have incentives in their contracts. They have guaranteed contracts because there's no reason for them to do that. I've already
really. You don't think Joker has an incentive in his contract? Like if he wins the Finals MVP, you don't think that there's
because remember the
amount of dough in his contract?
But that's why the NBA put the Rose. That's why the Derrick Rose rule got put in place, because what happens is if you win MVP, you get a bump. Like it's all NBA too, but it's a Derrick Rose clause. You get 35% of the salary cap available if you win an MVP. Right. So I think the issue is that they adjusted for that. But like, did Mike, Karl Malone, did they get more money from their teams if they won MVPs? I'm sure, they could have maybe had like $1 million incentive in there. But even then, like
there's plenty of incentives now. They're called unlikely bonuses and stuff like that. They're put into people's contracts. Unlikely and likely bonuses all count towards the apron restrictions, which is why teams are moving away from adding these types of bonuses. So, you'll have unlikely incentives like if you win MVP, this is a sweetener, right? Like a player who has no chance of winning MVP, like a Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, will have a $250,000 kicker in his contract for if he wins MVP, or Jakob Poeltl will have if you make first team All-NBA. Yeah, half the league had to die for you to win first team All-NBA, but it's just there. It's just there. So yeah, teams have often put these types of contract incentives in. But when you're talking about All-NBA super max bonuses. These are heavy amounts. Like this is a difference of like $20 million, $30 million types of, this is bigger than $250,000 million here.
Fellas, I want to shift right quick because I want to ask you guys. Obviously, as I outlined in the intro, we all just love basketball. We all want to see the most competitive basketball games. We all want to see the best players play against the best players. We all want to see the best players guard the best players. We all want to see two competitive teams go wire to wire. Hey, we would love a double overtime game with a game winner every single game if we could get that. We would love good playoff games, healthy teams, all clashing against each other. The only thing we want to see is good basketball. So I got to ask you guys, is injuries, in fact, the NBA's biggest enemy this year? Jason Tatum's out, amongst other guys that are out for the rest of the season. You got guys like AD that are in and out of the lineup. You got a guy like Kyrie who's fighting to come back. J-Dub, a guy who missed a good chunk of the beginning of the season. We have injuries all over the place. But is that the only thing that's going to really take away good basketball from us in 2026?
I thought last season was the best basketball season that I'd ever seen. And I mean, there's guys that were banged up even last year. So, I mean, with this season, I think that we're in the same space. I still think that I'm seeing great basketball, even with guys being banged up. Now, Ron, be clear. And yes, I'm the elder statesman of everybody up here. Guys played banged up all the time. They just did it more back then. Guys played through injuries. Now, was that a good idea or not? That remains to be seen throughout amongst the rest of you guys. But guys played banged up more then than they do now. Now, I don't think that the quality of the game, I don't think that the state of the game, because of these injuries, it affects other teams, but I feel like the game is still good. I think that the game is still good. I think players are still awesome. I think that these injuries, guys are coming back faster from them. ACL in the past was a death sentence. An Achilles injury was a death sentence. It isn't anymore. We're talking about Jason Tatum coming back before the season ends. And he just did this 8 months ago, right? So I feel like guys are healing faster. I feel like the game with the better athletes that we have is become better. And I do think injuries slow guys down, sure, but I don't think it affects the game as much as it used to back then.
Do you advocate for players to play through more injuries? Because I think players, used to, because they didn't know better, or because they weren't allowed to sit out, or because, you didn't have as much money on the line. But now I think everyone's looking at someone like LeBron James and they're saying, if I chop 3 to 4 productive years off my life because I play through this sprain or I play through this calf strain and I tear my Achilles, I'm not just costing myself $10 million. I might be costing myself $160 million.
Yeah, you might be doing that.
It's a big decision.
You never play through injury. Well, unless it's like the finals or something, and it's like certain things. Yeah, sometimes you got to pay through it. That's just the nature. That's the nature of the beast. Sometimes you got to pay through it. But my thing is, in a regular circumstance, you should never play through an injury. Now, playing through being hurt, a knick-knack, a rolled ankle, yeah. More often than not, you play through being hurt. You know what I mean? But playing through injuries, I think, has always been a bad idea, and I think people should never do
playing through an injury, to your point, Ox, is Hallie playing through a calf injury. Giannis playing through a calf injury. That's playing through an injury.
Aaron Gordon playing through that hamstring.
Aaron Gordon playing through an injury. That's dumb.
Playing through, partially torn ligaments. You know what I'm saying? Playing through stuff like that. I think that needs to stop. I think we've come to a point in the world where that's a little barbaric.
But would you say that kind of shows how tough some of these players are, and they're committed to their team. They want to. Now, I don't think they should be allowed to. Don't get me wrong. They should not do it. It's a no. But I do think this speaks to a lot of players. They want to be there for their team, especially in the playoffs. Like, they don't want to. Go ahead.
Aaron Gordon. Yeah. Go see about it. I think a guy like Aaron Gordon, I don't think anybody should have stopped him. I think what he did was perfectly fine. Had that been in December though, Swiper, nah. No. Park it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I just think that you should still play through being hurt, still play through knickknacks, but not injuries. But to your question, though, Ron, I don't think it's the biggest enemy of 2026 because I love basketball. You know what I mean? I love good basketball players. I'm not just here to watch Victor Wembanyama. You know what I'm saying? I want to see. I got a next man up mindset. I want to see I want to see about the guy on the bench. Like what you got? You know what I mean? So I can still tap in regardless of who's on the floor.
But you're
Julian Champagny. Julian Champagny, man.
That was awesome yesterday, by the way. But you
absolutely,
as being a lover of basketball, what you are is you're a hater of bad basketball. You don't want to see that, and neither do I. I don't want to see bad basketball. Now,
but these dudes are professional basketball players, though. Chill.
Just because you're a professional basketball player does not mean that you're not going to see bad basketball. We've seen bad basketball.
Even these, I've seen Luka play bad basketball.
Right. You said to me that the NBA is dead. You said that the NBA is dead, and the reason why the NBA is dead is because of the bad brand of basketball that you've seen over the course of time. Now, of course, Ox, I can appreciate you wanting to see good basketball because there's a bunch of good basketball players in the league, but there's also some bad brands of basketball. You can have good basketball players on the floor and have a bad brand of basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's the thing. So if you're gonna play bad basketball, you're gonna play bad basketball regardless if you're a superstar or the 15th guy on the bench. You know what I'm saying? So that's I have to see it to know that. Yeah. But I just like I said, I want to see what these other guys can do. You know what I mean? I don't want to just watch the game just for LeBron. I've never just watched the game for Steph Curry. I've never just watched the game for Kawhi Leonard. I want to see what everybody can do. So that's why, of course, I want to see everybody. I want to see the superstars, of course.
Sure.
But if you're not on, you know, that's no big deal. I love basketball. Chill. I want to watch everybody play a little ball.
Pretty sure you want to see Kawhi Leonard play more though than a lot of other people. I'm sure.
Of course, but I want him to be preserved as long as possible. And if that means he plays 40 games a season, so be it.
I do think there's something too though this year. Just I think for the sake of the topic, I think nuance is obviously important. This year is a different kind of level of injuries because I think to Penn's point, he said the other day, you know, we're a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander injury away from like maybe none of the top 5 players available being, you know, available for any of the postseason awards. Now, I don't know when. So right now, I counted it up. Wemby, I believe this year he's played 21 games. The Spurs have played 33. The Bucks have played 34 games. Giannis has played 20 games. Mm-hmm. Luka has missed 7 games this year of the 31, I believe, that the Lakers have played. So in terms of just time left on the docket for these players to miss, I mean, we're close to they're going to be more than likely out and not available for this stuff. So I do think the season has been in particular a little bit more. Like I said, the spirit of the rule when it was put in place was to prevent load management.
Sure.
Not to penalize players for being hurt.
This wasn't the plan. No.
That was never why it was put in place. It was Go ahead.
How do you know?
That word penalized.
Well, because I asked him. But
this wasn't the plan, real talk.
Yeah, I mean, I penalized as in real talk, as in like if you're hurt because of a legitimate injury, like the idea is you want to meet a standard, obviously. But especially like I said with the money stuff, it was never the intent that you would not be paid your money or you would not receive postseason awards if you get like hurt per se and you miss like 64, 63 games or you play 64, 63 games, as opposed to if you're intentionally as the team and the player agreeing to load manage throughout the season, that's a different story. They weren't playing enough. And then what happened is the customer, which is the fans, were suffering the most because they didn't have players they could watch that they were paying tickets for, especially as ticket prices are increasing. We want to make sure that players are more available than they're not. So what I'm saying is penalized as in if you get a legitimate injury like Giannis, Luka, Jokic, whatever, hey, like, you know, you can still get your money. You're still eligible. Go ahead.
You don't think they decided they could kill 2 birds with 1 stone and just not tell everybody that they are trying to penalize people for being injured? Because I think you should be penalized.
Well, I'm saying when I asked about it, I didn't. I'm saying that's not the energy I got, but it could definitely be
right. Of course, I think they're probably, you know, better media trained than to tell you that. I think they got a little more sense to know I'm not going to go out here and say it. but we're also not going to put a clause in there that protects it.
I'm only
If you
going
don't
to
play,
some of the story. That's what that sounds like.
yeah,
I'm only going to give you some. I ain't going to give you the whole story.
We're going to kill two birds with one stone, and we're just going to pretend like it was an accident to hit that bird over there. You know what I mean?
When that was the plan anyway.
Right. I don't, because my thing is, I don't. Y'all can say I'm capping for billionaires or whatever. I am. I'm not paying you if you're not playing.
To Swiper's point,
regardless of why you're not playing.
Come on.
We not. Yeah. I mean,
come on.
You don't have to agree with me. That's just the way my mind works.
You don't even agree with yourself. You don't agree with yourself either.
I do agree with myself. You don't work, you don't eat.
But that's not even what we agreed upon when we first started having this discussion. You agree with me that as far as like making an all NBA team because of games played shouldn't determine your contract. Right. I feel
the same. I do feel that way with real talk, but I also feel the way that if you're the team owner, I shouldn't pay you if you don't. Well,
they don't have to pay them. I agree with more. They don't always pay them that.
To your point, Swiper, you get stuck between a rock and a hard place. But the rule was in place. To your point, Swiper, the rule was in place to make sure that guys played
teams.
And yes, when they played when it was necessary. For example, Penn. Oklahoma City is coming to Miami on January the 17th. They only come down here one time. That means that if I'm 12 years old, if I got a 12-year-old nephew, I only get one opportunity to take him to see Shea, unless they're going to be in the NBA championship. And if you're sitting out in the middle of January for load managing, that throws a monkey wrench in what I'm trying to do, because I've been planning this for 3 months. My nephew loves Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. My nephew loves Steph Curry. You know, my niece loves Anthony Edwards, and he only comes down here once a year. And the fact that I'm able to bring him or her to a game, and this guy isn't playing because they're load managing in the middle of January, I think that's what the rule was in place for.
It happens.
That is what the rule was in place for. But like, I mean, players, I do think that was an overreaction. Like, players aren't just sitting out games just to be like sitting out games for load management and nothing's wrong with them or anything. Like if a player's not playing, 9 times out of 10, that means there's a legitimate reason why they're not playing. They have a legitimate injury.
Zion told us that I'm good to go. They ain't making me sit.
Or the team is making them sit or anything like that. So for me, the requirement of making all NBA and playing those games shouldn't be tied to a contract. So I'm already operating out of that framework for me personally. So when I already have that train of thought, I don't care about a stipulation being on making an all NBA team, because again, as a community, we have been complaining that there is no set criteria to winning any of these awards, winning MVP, being all NBA, being the defensive player of the year, right? There's no checklist to go by. We all complain about that, making the award completely subjective. And so the NBA tries to implement one singular rule that could be, number one, the most basic, and number two, the most universal, and it's still a problem. I don't even know if we can't get past a criteria as simple as games played for an award, then we should honestly all just be quiet about wanting a criteria, because clearly we don't. Because that's the one that
I don't think the criteria is subjective itself. I for one am not a criteria person, just because.
God, you know why Swiper's so passionate about this.
Well, no, because remember, there's no criteria in the NFL. There's no. I didn't grow up where there was like.
Yes, it is in the NFL. Yes, it is, Swiper. Yes,
no,
it's the best player on the best team. That's it.
No, but even then,
the best player on the best team.
Matthew Stafford is not on the best team. He's going to finish at worst second in MVP this year. Drake May is not on the best team in the AFC,
and he's going to win the MVP. Drake May is.
And I'm saying, but he's not on the best team, so obviously it's not best player, best team.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
No, he's not. Like they're the number one seed is. Oh no, you're trolling.
If I'm not mistaken, New England got the number one seed in the AFC right now.
No, Denver does. Denver's number one seed.
It's a fluke number one seed though.
Okay, Ron, just stay out of it. I'm saying Sam Darnold, should Sam Darnold be winning MVP this year? Should he be top 2?
Well, it's interesting because I said that we should have had that conversation last
No,
year.
we shouldn't. He obviously hasn't been as good as the other players.
Okay,
so,
well,
no, sure, you're
once
getting
again,
sidebar. All
no,
I'm saying is,
no, I'm not.
there's no such thing as, remember, prime example.
We're talking
Freaking
about
example.
criteria. That's what we're talking
Prime
about.
example.
So now we're not getting sidebar.
Michael Vick got this many MVP votes when Tom Brady won. Because remember,
What year was that?
That year, he walked back onto the Philadelphia Eagles.
Okay.
Got them into the playoffs.
Yep.
Was phenomenal. Phenomenal through the whole season. Because of the dogfighting thing, got 0 MVP votes.
Sure.
Tom Brady swept the whole thing.
Sure.
Swept the whole thing. In 2012.
I thought you was a dog lover, Swiper.
And then I am a dog lover, but again, he went to prison. He paid his penalty. Like, so
he paid
of course
his
you forgive
society. Sure.
like, yeah, if you go to prison and you served your time for years, by the way.
I agree.
When people were screwing people out of housing loans in the numbers of billions and didn't go to jail, but he went to jail fighting dogs. Anyway, moving on. So what I'm saying, even 2012, Peyton Manning, remember, he had 37 touchdowns that year. The Broncos were the number 1 seed in the AFC, came second. Why? Because Adrian Peterson that year. 2,000 plus rush yards that season. 2,097, I think it did.
Yes, sir. Almost 2,100 yards.
Crazy.
But
there's never been a criteria. It's story. It's how well you played. And in the NBA, it's the same thing.
It's
not
always
been that.
Well, here's the difference with that, Swiper. So Adrian Peterson, just like Joker, just like Russell Westbrook, those were exceptions. Don't forget, don't leave out. Adrian Peterson tore his ACL 8 months before that.
And Peyton Manning had a neck injury right before that.
And we saw, but we also saw that Peyton Manning couldn't throw past 40 yards.
But Peyton Manning that next year,
he did throw for 50 touchdowns.
Yeah, no, that was the next year. He threw for 55 that year. But what I'm saying is, chill. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to get lost in the sauce.
No,
MVP voting and winning All Pro.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, last season, Lamar Jackson threw for 43 touchdowns with like 3 interceptions and then ran for 800 and something yards on the ground pin. From a basketball standpoint, it was literally an unprecedented season. Had never happened. He was the best thrower and runner at the sport in the world.
They got it wrong.
First team All Pro, and they gave the MVP to why? Josh Allen.
They got it wrong.
Hadn't won yet, and because he beat both number 1 overall seeds in both conferences.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm saying is, like, we have always had these different reasons why we give people awards.
Always been complained about. That's what I'm saying.
I know, but you can't have a criteria. But
to real talk's point, we have had, like, winning has been the criteria, but there have been exceptions in that winning, right? So with the exception of Joker, with the exception of Russell Westbrook, who had historic seasons.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in 67.
Right. In 76, you mean. Russell Westbrook, Jabbar, to your point. Russell Westbrook, I mean, he averaged a triple-double. Nobody had done that since Oscar Robertson did it 50 years ago. And there's not one of us up here at the KD left, and after that team got dismantled after the 16th season, thought that the Oklahoma City Thunder were going to be anything. Russ dragged that team to the playoffs. That's an exception, right? Joker in 21, even though before Jamal Murray tears his knee up, don't forget, they were top 3 seed in the Western Conference. It wasn't like they were always in the middle of the Western Conference.
That was the year before. He didn't play that year.
In 22.
No, 21-22, he didn't play. Michael played 9 games that year because he was injured.
So he doesn't have I'm talking so the year he won the league MVP in 21.
The first one was 21.
Yes.
20. Jamal Murray played 48 games. The next year he played 0 games. That was the ACL year.
And that's what I'm talking. So in 21, that year Joker won the league, his first one.
Yeah.
That was the year that Jamal Murray tore up his ACL. Is that fair? Is that correct?
Yeah, they played 72 game season and beat
that's what I'm talking about.
games
he tore his ACL. He tore his ACL that year.
Mm-hmm.
They were a top 3 seed before he tore his ACL. They were rolling.
Well, they finished as a top 3 seed that year.
And then the next year, right?
Yeah.
And then the next year, he loses Jamal Murray. And in addition to losing Jamal Murray, he loses MPJ barely a month into the season. And he still drags that team. That's an exception, considering everything that he did. But everybody else, with the exception of both those 2 guys, everybody else, Moses Malone from 1981 on, has hosted a playoff series. So winning has always been the criteria. You've had 3 exceptions in like the last 50 years, no doubt about it. Now, to your point, Real Talk, there's times when we get confused. Well, is it the best player in the league? Why? Because the best player does actually win the league MVP. Is it the best player on the best team in the league? Well, sometimes the best player on the best team wins the league MVP.
But wouldn't that be a shift in the? I think that if anything, that is the breakaway from I think what the traditional criteria would have been. Like we had the conversation before. I don't think Barkley should have won over Jordan. in 93. And I do not think that Malone should have won over Jordan in 1998. But Malone had a better record. Barkley had a better record. They had better seasons in the regular season that year. So that aided them. But they weren't better than Jordan in any of those seasons. I think LeBron should have walked away winning it in 2011. And if anything, then after that was like Dwight Howard. Derrick Rose won that because they beat Miami 3 times in the regular season, and then he carried that team into the playoffs at 22 years old, and so he had the narrative and stuff behind him, but he wasn't like a top 5 player in the league that season. He wasn't, but I think he won in part because of the narrative. Now, the Real Talk's point about criteria, I guess the only thing I would say, Real Talk, is I do find it hard to stabilize a criteria for these kind of awards because, like, now if you want to say like, hey, you got to be at least a top 3 seed, you got to be averaging, top 10 in scoring, top 10 in rebound, top 10 in assists, top 10 in advanced stats. I mean, if you want to put something like that in, then I guess, you could pull from that. Like, that wouldn't be like an, illegitimate thing to do. Like, there's like 5 categories. You got to at least be top 10 in like some of those things. But even then, I feel like that would take away from some of the actual like storylines and impact stuff of what makes you like an MVP player on any given season, if that makes sense.
What I'm saying as far as the criteria, what I'm saying is when these selections happen and people don't agree with them, a lot of people get to talking about how, there's no criteria to these lists and, it's just based off other people's opinion and, yada, yada, yada. And what I'm saying is, well, okay, if we can't even agree on games played as one of the criteria, then in all honesty, what I'm saying, Swipe, is what I'm saying is, then no, we really don't want a criteria.
That's always what I'm been saying. A criteria, though. Games played has always been a criteria. Now it's a hard stop, right?
There's been some 41 games played.
Scottie Pippen made the all defensive team. He played 47 games.
Yeah, I mean
that's all right though for me though. Real talk, like respectfully,
is it possible to be?
Bro, KD was crazy the year he won.
Rudy Gobert won the Defensive Player of the Year, and he played 55 games. That's barely more than half.
He
the
was
season.
Also that good.
He was, but he barely played more than half the season.
What did Jaren Jackson Jr. play? Penn the year he won. How many games did he play? Do you remember? What did like 62 or something like that? I don't want to.
Yeah, it was something like that. Like I just think because the gap between I think the gap between the top 15 is bigger than the gap between the top 200. Like the gap becomes larger at the top. So when you start talking about the top 5, 6 best players in the world, their 60 games are way more worth a lot more than Mikal Bridges' like 80 games. You know what I mean? So it's like if Anthony Edwards misses 65 games by 2 games, right? He's still way more impactful than Franz Wagner. He's still way more impactful than Josh Hart or Mikal Bridges or OG Anunoby or any one of those players, right? So that's kind of where it comes down to, like, it's arbitrary. I think with the MVP, though, games played has always been a huge.
Ox, don't think better player, Ox. Just think impactful. Like, because I see your face.
Better player too. Come on.
I'm thinking impact. That's what I'm thinking.
Mention OG Anunoby or Kawhi, and this fool ready to rip the posters off the wall.
I mean, just because.
Yeah, because it's not my fault. I don't know, boy.
Well, we do, Ox. I mean, I watched your man last night, and he was impactful. I ain't gonna argue that point. But there, to Penn's point, I mean, take OG Anunoby off that Knick unit. I mean, I think that they would still. I think they'd be okay. The impact would be felt. I'm not gonna argue that point, Ox. I think the impact would be felt. But take Cade off that unit. The impact that he has on that unit is way different than what OG Anunoby has with the New York Knicks. And I think that's all Penn is saying.
I blame NBA 2K for real.
Chill,
that's what I do. I blame NBA 2K because they got all y'all convinced like there's like 30, 90 plus players in the league. There really aren't.
It's not.
Like I kind of miss the days of live where you would turn it on and you got like a 58 starter and you started you're like, damn, that guy is shit.
Then aren't we talking out of both sides of our mouth then about this generation of basketball? Because also all I hear is how, oh my goodness, the league has never been more talented. All of these players are so good. The league is so deep. Yeah. Yada, yada, yada. And now we're saying we can't even get to like 25 to 30 really good basketball players in the NBA. I didn't say that though.
I didn't say that. 90 overall doesn't mean like great. Like 90 overall means amazing. Like it's beyond great. It's like OG Anunoby a really good basketball player. Josh Hart's a really good basketball player. These guys
they like 73s.
Like
OG's not a 90 though.
OG's not a 90. Well, who's a 90? Alperen Şengün is a 90, right? I'm assuming like Alperen Şengün, like these guys.
I mean,
These guys are not 90s.
I
I don't want to really get into the weeds.
Let me look.
Yeah.
We
don't have to be
I don't know much about 2K.
Ron, fire up your
What I
system and
do
look at it real quick.
What I do know is that the media votes, right? The media votes on the league MVP, right? The media vote. The media votes on the league MVP. The media votes on the All-Pro team. And it's tied to a requirement, to Real Talk's point. These are how many games you have to play in order to be eligible to do this. I don't have a problem with that at all, to be quite honest with you. Now, as far as the money goes, that's always been a thing. It's just now a thing with the media out front. My biggest issue, Swiper, is the media, they have agendas. Did we not see this in the early 2000s when Kobe Bryant got into what he got into in Colorado? Automatically, the media, their agenda on him, despite how good he was as a basketball player and everything that he did, now the media's agenda on him, he's an awful guy. He shouldn't be one of the faces of the league. We're never going to vote him for league MVP, especially at that point. Like, he shouldn't even be in the conversation.
Well,
when in reality, he should be.
I don't think
he 100% should be.
I don't think
the media has an
agenda
MVP
anyway, though. I mean, I feel like that's a. We haven't had a situation where a superstar where they're in an active like felony charge since in the last 50 years. So like I feel like that's a different level altogether. Personally,
yeah, but we all know.
But you know what we did.
I don't know. We all know anything. I don't know what that means.
I can't think of another year who should have won MVP.
What year? What year was this? 05?
He talking about
05, 06, 07, 08. We all know who should have won MVP all of them years.
He did win it in 08.
But because he deserved to win it in 08.
The point that they did, and to be honest with you, Ron, they did everything that they could to try to get that award to Chris Paul. They was doing everything.
But chill, don't they teach you when you're young, especially when you're young, even in high school, when you're playing at a high level, you play at you're playing at one of the top notch programs. They teach you at a young age that you live in a fishbowl. And you know what I'm saying? You got to watch your ass. You're going to pay for it. You're going to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? Right or wrong, you put yourself in a situation where it could be looked at either way. Obviously, I don't know all the details, so I'm just saying whatever happens, you live in a fishbowl. You have to watch your ass or you're going to pay for it one way or another. You live in a world of public perception. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, y'all.
Yo, Ox, I agree with that. And it's funny because you guys always got a lot to say. Not the chat. You guys up here. And you know what? It's funny that you mentioned that, Penn, that the top 15, that there's a gap and whatnot, and that you missed the days where certain people
were rated
58s, and you missed the days where certain people were 63s. You remember that? Hey, well, guess what? I'm going to have the chat do all of our 2K ratings. All right? No. Hey, chill. You better be nice this year, unless you don't care about being a 60. You better be nice this year. Hey, because we're gonna give the chat all the categories. Delivery. Hey, Lord. Wit, everything. Takes, all of that good stuff. Consistency, logic, all of it. And they're going to rate each and every one of us.
Intellectual curiosity. Gotta be one.
Got you.
That's gotta be one of them.
That'd be the VORP of the topic.
That has to be it.
So yeah, I got you. But
I do want to quickly say I just looked up the 2K ratings. I know some people clown it, they don't care, but I have to tell you, this is the way a modern generation consumes a lot of basketball. They think their dude is 90, so he's great. There are 46 players ranked above 87. 87.
How many are above 90s?
Above 90 is 28.
Okay.
There are 28.
Hey, but Penn.
Stop
hold that
list,
list.
bro.
Yeah, you did try to
23,
the numbers
23.
Hold up though, Penn. Keep that list there because I want to talk about. Think of Scooter stats. I want to talk about the 47 players that are 87 and above.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about that, and I want to get everybody's reaction. Does this player deserve to be 87 or above? But before we do that, you deserve to get $6,750 in your bank account, and you deserve it this month. And you can do that by joining Players' Choice's NFL Playoff Survivor Contest on Splash Sports. The deadline to enter is January 10th. Don't wait. Get in right now. You got multiple entries too. You don't just got to join once. Like LeBron, you could join 6, 7, 8, 9 times into the contest and raise your odds. All you got to do is click the link in the bio or scan the QR code on the screen. It will take you to the Player's Choice NFL Player Survivor on Splash Sports. And once you get there, it's very simple, y'all. You pick one team each week that you believe is going to win. It's really not that hard, y'all. We got 4 weeks. I know the Seahawks won't be playing the first week, so you can't choose them. However, you can choose any other team, and if they win, you advance. If they lose, sorry, buddy. Take your ball and take your ass home. That's how it's working. We will see you guys in the winner's circle, whoever joins up, and we will see who really knows ball and who really survives and advances. And to the losers, well, take your best shot at quick picks. We're going to show you what the losers can do right here on the quick picks. But because whether you're a loser or not, you can still be a winner with the quick picks. Let's get into it, Big Ox. What are the picks that you want to rock with today?
Well, my streak ended because Minnesota won.
How we do yesterday? How did we do yesterday?
I don't know.
All right.
I'll check after. I don't want to check live because I don't want to embarrass y'all for your weak ass picks.
You ain't gonna embarrass me. 8.5 rebounds. Scotty got 14. I'm good.
How we rocking today, fellas?
I'm sorry. I picked y'all made yesterday. Swipe. Why don't you kick?
I hit on D Mitch. Thank you very much.
So that's two. That's two hit. Who are you protecting? Are you protecting Ron?
I didn't make a pick yesterday.
So you're just protecting yourself then? Okay.
Look. First of all, I need y'all to let me do my job. Swipe.
Oh no. Keep that up there, Big Ox. You know what? Never mind. No. It's all good. It's all good. I've already put enough money on Sam Darnold.
Oh, Schengen against Brooklyn? Okay. Sheesh.
Okay. Real talk.
Hey, Mr. Swiper.
Real talk.
I got Kevin Durant under.
Under on points? Less on points?
Or less on points.
At Brooklyn?
Mm-hmm. Less.
Hey,
Okay.
KD might be less on this top 10 scorers list too. This could be a sign of things to come.
Yes. Well, he was not less on mine.
Who's up?
Let me see. Yeah, man, Minnesota got blown out last night. So the 30.5 I took for Ant, he ended the third with 30. Okay, brother.
So it was real talk.
Let me see. I'm going Jaylen Brown. They're playing the sorry ass Sacramento Kings today.
Them dudes is trash. They trash. Them dudes is garbage.
Is his point? His points are at 31.5.
Take that.
He gonna get that against anybody.
Man, that's a lot of points, bro.
That is a lot of points.
That's Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
Well, if you don't take it, I'm taking it. You want it or not?
Oh, wait. Dallas playing Philly. Philly don't play no defense. Is Coop playing?
Yeah.
Should be. There you go.
Yeah, give me that. What's his PRA?
There go to boy Cooper.
Let me see.
Yeah, what's his PRA?
33.5. More or less?
Yeah. Give me his PRA.
Go on, Cooper.
Ox, can you fire up that Clippers Jazz game? Can I see the line on Leonard tonight? I see what that line on Leonard looks like, please.
What's old Lenny's line looking like?
Let's see. What is Leonard's line look like tonight?
I'm getting sick of this.
All right. So we got 29.5 for Kawhi tonight against Utah. I will take the more on that. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Sweet Leonard. Yes, sir.
More on that.
Next.
Little vengeance for that opening night game.
That shellacking.
Oh
Penn,
God.
What you got, Penn?
Where's Jovic? Jovic, yes, Nikola Jovic. Yeah, I'll take Jovic.
8.5 points, or you want to see something?
Yeah,
else?
I'll take 8.5 points.
Okay.
We pick some random ass shit there. Yeah.
Big guys, can you scroll down, please? Now, due to There we go. Now, due to the title of the show, our enemy are the biggest enemy to the NBA injuries. I fight that, Chill, and I don't think it is. So now, chat, should I go with Anthony Davis more or Joel Embiid more? We are fighting this injury plague, and we are doing it through Splash Sports. You know what? Give me Joel because he got a GTD next to his name. We've been seeing what he's been doing. What you mean, what?
25.5. Okay.
Oh, that's nothing. Oh, that's light. Y'all gonna see what he do to the boys tonight.
Damn.
That's light.
He averaging like 26 minutes a game. I think he averaging less than 30 minutes a game.
Oh, that's light, Chill.
Can't use the promotions until we spin two. We had too many picks. So.
All right, we'll take my pick off then.
We got to take 2 picks off. It's the maximum 4.
You can take Jovic off. It's cool.
I'll take Jovic. I mean,
you don't think
all that for what? 5 little percent?
Hey, chat, you don't think I'm gonna get my promotion?
Oh, it's 50%. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
hold on. Let me see, because this makes. Let me make sure, because I might not. Let's do the math on it. Where's Jovic?
Man, we need that promotion, man. We need it.
Yeah, we do need that.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So take that.
Sorry, Embiid.
No, look. Now the promotion picks you up to 90. It's 50% promotion. Y'all not that good at math.
We want that promotion.
Y'all are terrible at math.
Now just put $10 on it, because now this is more of a surefire hit.
Still,
joint probability.
We want that promotion, Ox, and it raises it. Yeah, there you go, Pin. It raises our probability because we only got 4 picks now.
Yeah,
there we go.
Y'all not doing this for the love of the game. I'm sick of y'all scary asses.
Well,
I'm betting on Kawhi Leonard, but I'm a scary ass. That's what I'm betting on.
That's easy money.
No, it ain't.
No, this ain't easy. Parlays are never easy money.
You doing that out of spite, Chill.
I'm not.
You want Kawhi to not hit.
Yeah, I want Kawhi not to hit. So
yeah,
I can
free betting advice for anybody from someone who does know math.
You doing that because you can blame him. You'd rather not get the money just so you can blame him for not getting it.
Just so you know, I picked him the other night for them to win. I picked him the other night.
Yeah, because you don't.
And he did. Picking him again.
You are trying to cut off your nose to spite your face.
No, I'm not.
I can't believe this.
Well, for everybody out there, we got 4 picks for you guys, and that's Kevin Durant going less than 26.5. We got Jaylen Brown going more than 31.5. We got the boy Cooper Flag going more than 33.5 PRA. And last but certainly not least, we got the Claw, Kawhi Leonard, going more than 29.5. If you like our picks, and if you want a 50% boost, download Splash Sports, follow our picks, but ultimately make sure you get 4 picks in so you can get that NBA 50% boost today. And we will see you guys at the bank in the winner's circle. Now, fellas, let's go ahead and get into these crunch time.
Are we keeping track of the ones we get right individually and the ones we get wrong?
Would you like to?
Yeah, I think we should.
You should probably self-track that because
I wouldn't trust. Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't trust.
Some people up here have lost a lot of money, and Ron will troll you for whatever reason to losing your hard-earned American dollars.
Y'all don't even worry about, because last season I was up by about 3 games, and all of a sudden Ron stopped keeping track.
I know what I'm about to be. I'm about to be up after tomorrow because I'm about to be up 200 on a suit. I know that.
I know I'm about to be up 200
on a suit.
Hey, chill.
Wait, y'all got 200 on the game?
I get my measurement when I see
chill. This ain't no cheap fabrics. 200.
That's all I got to say.
Wait. Chill. You got 200. You got 200 on the game today.
No. What?
Chill. This ain't no cheap linen.
Okay, so for those of y'all that don't know, Ron already owed me 100. Okay, the deal is Ron already owed me 100. So the deal is when I win tomorrow, that 200 that he now owe me will now go to a suit that he's going to design for me. That's what's going to happen. So I'm gonna see Ox.
Ron always furloughing bets.
Yeah, always. I'm gonna see Ox at
real talk. You got paid, right?
Gonna bring the measure. Ox gonna bring.
I did, but you did.
Take care.
Did we get our? We didn't get the PC. Never mind. But I will say, Ron, you realize if you lose today, you owe me a week's worth of PC checks.
See, this is the bullshit, right?
But I'm furloughing. That was never the. That was
that was 100% the bet,
that was
chat.
never the bet.
We made the bet live on air.
Swiper, don't you know that Ron is an intern?
No, he ain't no intern. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear no excuses. He talks like a rich man, but we got intern money. Okay, well that's your fault for putting yourself in the red.
Just like Bo Nix.
Tomorrow when you lose to the 49ers, you need to send me my money.
Swiper.
Hey, Swiper. What, I ain't see you on the press box yesterday. Why was you up there showing Arch some love? Why you didn't get up there and put some respect on Arch's name yesterday?
I had to work the other job last night. The one that pays most of my bills, unfortunately.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Couldn't get up there and show
conflicting
Arch
schedules.
No love.
You gotta go. You know, you got your main, and the wife called me home yesterday.
I'll tell you about that off air. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you how to side.
Hey, Ron, quick side note. Arch did look like a pro yesterday, though. He did.
Arch got busy. Oh, and another quick side note. Damn, Ohio State.
Damn.
I bet you ain't know the Hurricanes was back. I bet you ain't know the Utes was back.
I told y'all Notre Dame shouldn't have been in that game anyway. Now you got Notre Dame people talking about we would have did the same thing.
They would have trucked y'all too.
No, they wouldn't have. No, you wouldn't have. You already lost to Miami for a reason. Yeah. Ohio State ran into a D-line with the number 1 overall pick maybe and got housed.
They would have smoked y'all too.
But I was saying if they make that field goal in the first half, they needed to make that field goal. He missed that field goal.
Yeah, momentum's everything.
Yeah, they needed to make that field goal.
They ain't lose because of that field goal. They was out there getting their asses kicked.
No, I know one thing. I'm tired of seeing. Hey, somebody go get Michael Irvin old ass.
Hell no.
Let him be. Let him be. That's football. That's football, baby. That's how we is.
No.
That's football, baby.
No. We all know what's going on over there.
No. He's been sober for years, by the way. That's football, baby.
Ron, why you do that, Ron?
Because I got a runny nose right now.
Oh yeah, we start. Okay,
you know.
He's been sober for years. I will not let y'all tear down Michael Irvin. He's been sober for years.
Wait.
He's been sober for decades.
You think Mike on that diesel?
I'm not saying nothing because we're on a national.
Do you see the way he's built?
Very direct question from you.
I don't want to make any allegations.
I'm asking you a very direct question. A very direct question.
Man, real talk, just jealous. That's all that is.
On that diesel. And by the way,
I'm about to get to these super chats.
Hey, Ron, let me tell you why he's jealous. Because he yesterday was jumping around, pulled his shirt up, had an 8-pack still. You know that there's a TikTok about people like Real Talk. You know when Real Talk falls to the ground, the first thing he does is check his shirt, pull his shirt down. That's the first thing he does. Cover that belly. Cover that belly.
We did see your titties on TikTok, so I don't know.
Hey, Real Talk. Now I will say. Here's the thing. By the way, I want people to know this because I want y'all to hold me accountable. I am from now until the start of the spring. I guarantee you, I'm going to be sitting at about 235 and yoked out the world.
Where you at right now?
So I'm 253, I think, right now, something like that. But then that's the thing. That's not going to take me a long time. But the biggest thing is, it's just like this, as Shill knows, just obviously the sugars and everything else, cutting that out. But by the time we get to spring, bro, it's about to be like, it's about to be a nightmare, bro.
Speaking of sugar, though, I don't care if he is or not. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself, Mike.
What is this? What strays? Well, who's him? Here?
Hey, that's all that. Mike having a good time playing in. He playing in sugar and snow.
Enjoy yourself. Talk about who? Who's throwing strays?
I got
just say the name so I can find him. You should have seen what I said to Ron yesterday. You should have seen how I baked Ron yesterday.
That's exactly what he is.
Swiper. That wasn't even funny, Swiper.
It was hilarious. You got cooked.
Sure.
Hey, real talk. I called Ron
in the group chat.
I called Ron in the current. I called him a trivia question. I said his legacy is that of Carmelo Anthony with the Atlanta Hawks.
Two people up here laughed.
And the funny people
hey,
tell
saying
jokes.
your own joke and laughing at it is hilarious.
That's fine with me. I know. And look, Ron, one day when we see each other again, which should be soon, we're gonna do a PC roast off. and I want you first round so I can get you up out of it
Swiper.
quickly.
I will obliterate
Ron, you tell a funny joke right now. Hold on, watch this. Watch this. Real talk. No, don't say that.
I'll be taking
Ron,
it easy on you.
tell a funny joke right now. I'll stop.
Oh, that's crazy.
Tell a funny joke.
Hey, real talk. Sometimes
I'll stop letting him live. Ron, tell a funny joke.
No, if he wants to, he can. I just want to tell real talk. Just from experience, sometimes you got to chuckle at your own joke a little bit to make other people realize, oh, that shit was funny, huh?
That's like them old sitcoms where they just be throwing in the laughter in there.
Yeah,
and it don't even really be all that funny.
Yeah, they do that on purpose.
Ron, look, somebody in the chat cooked you better than you cooked anybody. Somebody said you look like you easy to draw.
Bro, that's funny. Bro. That is funny.
Okay,
Ron,
but that was
tell
somebody
a
in
joke.
the chat. That's not you, Swiper.
Tell a Ron, I want you to tell a
That's
joke.
not
Go ahead.
you.
Tell a
I
joke.
don't want to tell a joke. I want to read super chat.
So you can't do that all the time.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I got a super chat from Tupac Westside. Tupac said, "Happy New Year's, fellas. I'm off, so I'm hanging with you guys this morning. Just want to say that some of the same Laker fans on X who hated Darvin Ham, let me bring you up here, buddy, are now apologizing and wanting him back. And I thought WWE fans were fickle."
I have been seeing that on the timeline, and I will tell y'all, now that is shameless, baby. The way y'all were kicking Darvin's back in, and now some of y'all are back on the timeline talking about, oh my goodness, he's better than JJ. Like, okay. Whoa. I know things are rocky right now, but I don't think y'all remember what was going on during that time. Let's all take a breather and relax. Okay.
So Darvin Ham, for all intents and purposes, was getting stomped out. So now y'all want to pick him up and brush him off like, you know what, I'm sorry that we did that to you. That's what's going on?
Yeah, no.
Oh, man.
Can't do that.
Yeah, that's insane.
Yeah.
Out of Laker fans. That is
talking
ridiculous.
about, like, they couldn't get him out the door fast enough. And now, you know what?
Yeah.
Maybe we was wrong about you. And maybe you were better than JJ. Maybe you should stick around. And we sorry for stomping you out. When
you know what, Chill, it got to a point to, even if that's true, we just can't say it. It's just we too far gone. You're like, when you just too far gone, there ain't no turning around. You just
Ox, I ain't
just
getting
keep
back
going.
with my ex. I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm
not.
Yeah.
And even if she is finding in my new girl, that don't even matter. It's just
I
too
ain't
far
getting
gone.
And even if I thought about it, I ain't gonna tell you about it. Nah, I'm not gonna be like, no, I'm not getting that.
Yeah, nah.
I can tell you somebody ain't never pulled a baddie in their life. Shout out though. Let's move on. Next super chat, Ron.
Yeah. So hey, sometimes I'll be, you know how many times I'll be telling Ron, man, you know I had a dream.
Who was that about?
Like, you know, I had a dream.
I'm just curious. Who was that about?
I might got a double back.
Well, not you, Penn. Not you. You living right. I'm not talking about you, Penn. It definitely ain't you.
Hunter TV said, any win, the Denver 4 to 6 weeks Nuggets get with this stretch of no Jokic is impressive. What a goddamn gritty win. Peyton Watson, offensive leap has been awesome. Holmes looks like a real player. Just stay afloat, baby.
It's interesting what happened in the contract here. It's real.
No, don't
Swiper. Let me jump in here, Swiper, real quick, because I tried to tell y'all, like, imagine a professional basketball team being able to play basketball without
their best player.
Imagine a professional basketball team going into the offseason, grabbing a starting center to play their backup. Imagine a guy like Peyton Watson stepping up to the plate.
Why are you huffing at this?
You know what I'm saying?
Because Jonas got hurt yesterday too. They can't catch a break.
Well, still, Swiper. Imagine these guys actually stepping up to the plate and playing basketball, though. It's like,
I'm with you. Peyton Watson might as well be my blood kin. That's my dude. So I'm with you. I'm 100%. I'm with you. That's my guy.
I mean, just because I think it's crazy that this guy has the ball and he facilitates, he scores, he rebounds, doesn't mean that somebody else can't step up and play basketball.
I like Peyton Watson's my dude. I've known him since he was a rookie. Like,
guess what Denver was doing last night? Playing elite defense, huh? Held a team to 103. They held a team to 103 yesterday.
Anyway,
but you know what?
I will say, Deron Holmes played great yesterday. By the way, didn't get no minutes all season. Just
I do want to entertain the swipe pin back and forth, and I'm gonna set it up like this. Pin.
Oh, wait. Real talk. Because I want to read these super chats. We are going to get to the fast breakdown right after this super chat. Right after these super chats, I'll kick you to rock and you can set it up however you want to. But the next super chat I got is from Cowboy Bob. Cowboy Bob said, "Are y'all serious? To finish college or work a job, you need to meet the requirements to get a degree or paid. Why in sports is it okay for someone who did less to get rewarded? Games last night were fire. Go New York, go." Answer to this question.
Because it's the only job that all we care about is the eye test. We don't care about what you do and how long you do it. We care about what it looked like. That's why.
What? Oh, okay. I disagree with that whole thing, but sure. Good super chat, Cowboy Bob.
Yep. We care about what it looks like.
A lot of people in America get paid for not doing work, but you gotta open.
You know what? A lot of people get fired too.
You gotta open. No. The rich people, the richest people in our country.
Yes, sir.
A lot of them get paid for doing minimal work. By the way, so open your third eye.
There's a reason
why.
So
is that a good thing or a bad thing?
That's a horrible thing, by the way.
Okay, then. So
no, that's not the same at all. It's
what's the difference?
What's the difference? No, real talk. Because I'm gonna take it to a whole other level. So just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for the super chat, Cowboy Bob.
You the one brought this up, Swiper.
No. You don't want me to. I'll keep going. You know, I'm gonna live. Cause Ron gonna say we got to get back to the super chat. This is a basketball show.
No, actually, we don't. Swiper.
I'm explaining how capitalism works, and then it's gonna be like.
There's a reason why rich people are doing less work, right? There's a reason why I own the company.
I'm not gonna say it though. Look, if I say it,
there's a reason why I own the company.
I'm gonna start giving history lessons in here. Because you're going to be like, oh, whoa, Elon Musk has all the money in the world. Well, damn, I wonder how Elon Musk got his money. I wonder how his daddy got that money. Yep. Would you like me to tell you about apartheid South Africa? I'm not going to do that, though.
Somebody helping you get somewhere and then capitalizing on somebody helping you get somewhere. Imagine
Trump
that. Imagine
do anything to earn that money.
I
can go through this list.
I didn't do anything for Real Talk to write me a check except say, yo, I got potential.
Let me tell you a little bit about Donald Trump's father. I'll tell you about Mary Trump. I'll tell you how they got their money. I'll then tell you what happened with Donald Trump and how he got his money.
Imagine that.
I'm just telling you, if you want me to tell you why the richest people in the world have several $100 billion and why you and me can't afford a cup of coffee on a Tuesday without being in debt, I will give you a great lesson on why.
Swipe. You might not like the way somebody got their money, but saying
no,
hold on. You may not like the way somebody got their money, but to say that they didn't do anything to get it is wrong.
Oh, they did something all right. They cheated a whole lot of people to get it. I agree.
And just for the record, Real Talk, I'm selling coffee for $10. You buying it?
If inflation is set at $10,
show that's 500% less expensive than Jimmy Butler's coffee.
I don't have to buy coffee if I don't have to buy coffee.
But you got to buy groceries. You got to buy toilet paper. You got to
buy them eggs, though.
You got to buy eggs. You got to buy it all.
People are not buying coffee; they're buying status.
That's all it is. Walking around with a cup of Starbucks, thinking you look cool.
Or some people only got 2 hours of sleep.
Hey, real talk.
They need a question.
Since they wanted me to have this conversation, real talk. I got a question for you, real talk.
Who's there?
Why is it cheaper?
Can you?
Now, see, I told you wrong. Look at Ron.
Can you load manage?
Real talk. I asked you this last question. Why is it cheaper to buy unhealthy groceries in low-income community stores than it is to buy healthy foods in nice stores like Whole Foods and all that? Real talk.
Whole Foods ain't as expensive as you think.
Trader Joe's is more expensive to live healthy than it is the other way. I can tell you that much for sure. And how I know that is we've had social scientists that have done this, the Shop at Family Dollar and all that, to show you, hey, this is how you can make manageable meals. But it's been proven that the more money you have, the healthier you'll be able to eat. Right, and then with the less money you have, you're not going to be able to eat the same level, because there's a reason why produce and all that costs less than sugar. But I would love to not have this combo, but you said, Swiper, get at it, Swiper. Go do it, Swiper. If we did a PCL, Cooking Capitalism, I'd be 11-0. No losses, all wins. And Ron, I told you, move on. Because if I keep talking, I'm going to tell you about the industrial complex that happened in the 1920s that led to the collapse of capitalism as we know it. And I'm going to go straight to the Federal Reserve and how he sold an entire American industry into one centralized bank and what broke the American economy. We have never been the same since the 1940s. I'm going to tell you what happened with the Great Bill after World War II, when all them soldiers, white, got all that money, got all those houses, got all that stuff, got land and everything. Black soldiers, Mexican soldiers, Native American soldiers didn't get nothing. So I'm going to tell you why we have this great economic gap and why it costs so much money for Real Talk to buy a house, why it costs so much money for Real Talk to pay for its rent, why it costs so much money to go get your produce from the store. Now, again, but Donald Trump and Elon Musk, they must be doing something right.
Pay for groceries.
All right, fellas, Pin, he's not going to answer that question because Eric Espinoza has a better question for us.
Great
My
question.
man Eric Espinoza said, Happy New Year's, fellas.
Happy New
Big
Year,
shout
brother.
out to Foxy for coming in clutch last night to help. Will the Spurs to victory, and my boy Pop Champagne channeling his inner Steph and making it rain in San Antonio. Go Spurs, go.
You know what's funny? He didn't take a single shot that wasn't a 3 last night. I thought I was tripping. I was like, did he take a single 2? All threes.
Me and my big fella right here literally just had this conversation last night. Whenever y'all ready to have a serious conversation about Foxy, we right here. That's all I got.
Foxy over that game immediately.
Whenever y'all ready to talk about Foxy, we right here. Just so y'all know.
I don't want to talk about Foxy.
Just so y'all know. Whenever y'all ready to have a serious conversation about Foxy, me and my big fella, we right here. That's all I gotta say.
That team in general, it's like yet another time where, Wemby goes down, he can't finish a game, and they're playing another really good team, the New York Knicks, and they find yet another way to win a basketball game. Shout out to Champagne. He was great. Fox in that fourth quarter was fantastic. And then, of course, you got the contributions from Keldon Johnson. Luke Cornett has been a huge pickup for the San Antonio Spurs because that is where they used to lose games time and time again, even when Wemby was a worse player, but he was still very impactful. Going from Wemby to Zach Collins used to be just horrible and detrimental to the team, but Luke Cornett is filling in very nice and
great player.
Have a really good.
I'll never forget. I was told Luke Cornett was garbage.
Who said that?
And I tried to defend him.
I would
never forget that I said Luke Cornett was a good pickup for the Spurs and would be a reason why they would be better this year. And I was laughed off the stage.
If I went 1 for 1 for 85 on my offseason takes, I would remember that take too. Shout out.
Him and frying Ron today, bro.
Sure.
Ron gets into the chat in real life.
But the truth stands. Luke Cornett is good.
He's a great player.
He was good last year for the Celtics, and he's been a revelation for these guys this year.
I told you.
Wait, Ron, I'm chill. For all of us that was catching, I'm talking about just the purest of smoke for saying that Fox was, better than Kyrie. Just wonder where all those people are right now.
Look at this. look.
I just wonder where all those people are right now.
You're pissing Pin off right now. Pin is about to get so
Kyrie's
mad right
better.
now.
I'm not mad.
Kyrie's better.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. I'm chill. You know, I think that Swipe always does with me. Like I'm shaking.
I haven't done that to you in a while. You haven't done that in a while. Not all. Ron, on the other hand,
I've calmed down. See.
Now you just don't get flustered anymore because
you should have seen. You should have seen how mad he got yesterday. Swipe about talking about how tall Derek White was.
Who?
Oh my god!
Actually, it was you who was crying. It was you.
I was absolutely crying. Come on, Ron. We got more super chats. Oh, y'all. We don't even need to talk about De'Aaron Fox. It's just
Teddy Hart said, "Pass the collection plate. This is for Swiper's sermon."
I told y'all I will gladly disengage from a super chat. But if I'm asked to follow up, I will follow up. You know what I mean? But shout out to you. Shout out to the super chat. Shout out to you all. In 2026, Happy New Year, by the way, everybody. You're here saying, you know what? First day of the year, I want to see Penn. I want to see Chill. I want to see Ox. I want to see Real Talk twerking and clapping for the Lakers. And I want to see Ron. Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all my people. Y'all my favorite people in the world, man. Really, honestly, we got a great chat for the most part. Real Talk, somebody in the chat, not going to say his name, was asking crazy questions. He literally asked in the chat, Real Talk, Do you think Swiper sits down when he goes to the bathroom? Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you. You know who it was. Exactly. You know who it was.
What is going on right now, real talk?
We got Glazers.
What's happening right now, real talk? What's going on?
That's what I'm telling you. We got Glazers in the chat that are worried about things that have nothing to do with basketball when they see us. So what? I'm glad we can make y'all happy. And by the way, we ain't got a full squad up here. We're gonna get all our guys back at some point on the court together. We're the Nuggets right now. Okay, we're the Nuggets. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be down next Monday with a little bit of an ankle injury. I'm not gonna be here probably, and then we can just keep rotating. But guess what? We're gonna win the championship at the end of the year, y'all. PC versus everybody. Talk about it.
I know one thing. We are very good. We are elite.
Can we be okay?
We're not the Nuggets.
No, they're not good against good teams.
Yeah.
Can we be
we're not the Nuggets.
No, they're not good versus good teams. We don't want to be OKC.
Hey,
No,
we play defense. We're not the Nuggets.
Okay, let's be the Wolves then. Can we be the Wolves?
Nah, they just got that.
Are you Rudy Gobert?
I would love to be Rudy Gobert. Rudy's a great player. That bank account?
Chill,
living out all your dreams, being 7 foot tall and European.
Swiper is floating on cloud 9 because he thinks that he just revealed to us that racism is real in America.
No, I actually went out last night. I feel good.
Like what? Really?
White people and black people. Imagine that.
Swiper, we had no idea.
We
had no idea.
We got another super chat from Masinko.
Imagine that. America built off racism.
Masinko said, I thought players can appeal if they were injured near the 65-game rule. Jokic, for example, is legitimately injured. If he appealed, who would contest that?
I believe the appeal applies only if you're like 1 game away in the final game or something like that. There's something in the CBA that says that you can appeal it if you're like 1 game off. But if Jokic is out, I mentioned this yesterday as well, it could be a blessing in disguise. He'll be.
I mean, he also is on the table for still being able to play 65 games. By the way, like that's not
for sure.
That's not off the table. Also, we've been throwing Luka into that group with like Wemby and Giannis. I think we need to stop doing that too because he's very much capable of still playing 65 games this year. So
he's only missed 7 games.
Yeah, he's only missed 7 games.
We all agree that the MVP is a narrative award, right? So let me put it this way.
No, we haven't all agreed.
I don't think.
I don't agree with that.
No, we haven't.
Narrative is definitely part.
I think
it's a part of it, but it's not a narrative award.
I mean, I watched Jokic lose, and I watched Jokic lose an MVP because of narrative. So what I will say is,
I don't think
win
one because of narrative.
What year did he win?
He didn't just lose
but
that.
I agree. Karl Malone won that because of narrative. I'm not.
No, he didn't.
Chill. Voter fatigue is narrative. All this stuff. Record without this player versus with
Derrick
this player.
Rose 100% more.
Those are facts.
That's not a narrative.
It is a narrative.
Chill. Derrick Rose didn't win because of narrative.
Of course he did.
No, Derrick Rose.
Chill. Are you telling me Derrick Rose was better than LeBron and Dwight Howard that year?
Yeah, come on.
I don't think I don't think that he was better than James as a player.
Steve Nash revolutionized.
What is that as a player? No, the
offense,
season. He didn't have a better season than him.
Considering what Derrick Rose did that year, they won.
No. Again, chill. You do this when you know you can't defend what you want to say.
That's not true.
He did not have a better season than LeBron James
or
Dwight Howard.
So you're telling me that Derrick Rose won the
averaged 24, 5, and 6. Yeah, on the number 1 seed. I get it. And a great defense. Great job, Derrick Rose.
Yes.
Wasn't better than LeBron. Simple. Clear as day. Clear as day. Not even a question.
And the reason why James lost was because of the narrative that he was on the Miami Heat. Is that what I'm understanding?
He lost because of the
absolutely.
He's a bad guy. All that other stuff.
Both of you dudes explain to me why he won it the next 2 years on the same Miami Heat team.
I got it. Because 11-12, they were the best team in the East. And he was running through the league. 12-13, they were the best team in the East. And he also shot 40% from 3 and 60% from 2 that season. Had his best season ever. Oh, by the way, because they realized when Derrick Rose won that stupid MVP, they're like, damn. He actually isn't as good as LeBron at all. We probably made a mistake. We overreacted. We overreacted. No, but he also wasn't as good as LeBron. Period. That season.
I don't think
what happened is
that's not
LeBron going in. He got hurt. He got hurt.
For.
But LeBron going into that playoff, by the way, in 11, swept through the Eastern Conference. They swept through the East in the playoff, and it was like.
But it's a regular season award, so stop the bullshit.
That's the same. And by the way, real talk, watch this real talk, because this is why I know you're going to agree with this. Remember, at the end of the 22-23 season, when Jokic averaged 30, 13, and 10 in the playoff, I said going into the year, this is going to be the easiest MVP Jokic ever wins because a part of it is going to be counteracting what happened the last year when he lost it to Embiid because of narrative. I said
even though Joe Embiid had an awesome
season. Saying he lost that award because of narrative.
Because he did. No, he did not.
But like Joel Embiid wasn't playing.
No, real talk. Because again, I don't want to reiterate that. So I'm saying just leave it alone. I don't want to. That's too much time. I'm saying in this situation with Derrick Rose,
now it's too much time.
Yes, because I think when you're the number one, are we really going to do this again? So
sorry,
anyway,
I was trying to make a point.
Because he played far better than Derrick Rose.
You kind of Rudy Gobert my offense.
No, but
you know what I mean?
Remember, but Jokic,
like I was trying to isolate. I was trying to isolate a point.
Jokic on March 3rd had a 7.5 game lead for first.
Throw me the ball.
And then the whole season he won 77 first place votes on the straw poll. And then that's when the Kendrick Perkins and JJ Redick thing happened after they were the first seed, running away. The white boy comments came out literally the next week. The odds for Jokic flipped from minus 600 to like to minus 200, and all the narrative stuff. Then they lost the 4 games to the Bulls, the Spurs, and somebody else. Two other games.
Straight games.
And not 4 straight. It was 4 in a
month.
But
Jokic being that far and away ahead above Embiid, even before that comment, to me is narrative.
That was the point. No, that's what I'm saying. That right there is what I'm talking about. Because in the middle of the season, if you go look at where they were, Jokic was on pace for the. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to redo this because this is. But real talk, do you understand what I'm saying about Derrick Rose and LeBron? At least did that make sense?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, that's all I want to say. I'll just end it there. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So all I was saying was I don't actually think the Nuggets played that well yesterday. I think the Raptors just missed a whole bunch of shots, and that's kind of where it is. Like and if Jonas Valanciunas is out, I don't know for any period of time, the Nuggets could slide a little bit. So when Jokic does come back, he could be coming back to a team that's lost like 7 out of 10, and I think that will actually reinforce this is how much they need him. So I'm just saying, like, I know Swiper and a lot of people in the Nuggets FC are kind of thinking like, oh my God, this is going to cost him MVP. I think it could strengthen his case. And most importantly, as I said yesterday, this additional rest hopefully will mean that he's better rested going into the playoffs. So he could be a lot more rested than someone like Shea who plays like, I don't know, 79 games. I don't know. And like the crazy thing is if the Nuggets do slide down, you could see OKC in the first round. Like it could, crazy enough, it could happen, so I don't know.
Chill, you good?
The Bulls won 41 games the year before that. They won 20 more games the next year.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
They were the number 1 defense in the NBA. I agree with you. They were a great team.
Did Joakim Noah get part of that MVP?
He was part of it. He should have been part of it.
Okay, so that's my point. But chill. The point of narratives is like,
what's that got to do with
Steve
LeBron?
Nash did not win 67 games by himself. Derrick Rose did not win 60+ games by himself. The narrative part is how much individual contribution do we assign to one person, or how much individual credit? And sometimes we can assign so much credit for team success to one person that we overshadow the fact that this player is not even in the same stratosphere as the player that you're voting over him. And Derrick Rose. But Derrick Rose was not in the same stratosphere as LeBron James in 2011.
I don't think that he is in the same stratosphere.
Steve Nash was not in the same stratosphere as Shaquille O'Neal.
It's not the best player in the world award. It's not
it is the most valuable. It is the most valuable, and most valuable means what
Derrick Rose was more valuable to the Chicago Bulls than LeBron was to the Miami Heat.
Shut your face. That's what I'm talking about. You can't prove that. You can't prove that. No, that's the problem. That's the problem.
You can't prove it either, nigga.
You can't prove it either, nigga. I can't. I know I can. That's the difference between me and you. I can prove LeBron was more valuable to that team than Derrick Rose for that team. That's the problem. I can actually prove that. LeBron had a better year all the way around.
So give me some bullshit advanced analytics to tell me that LeBron was more valuable.
So evidence,
the way Wade, a Hall of Famer.
This is the way Ron works. This is why he loses. This is why he loses in the PCL so often. This is why he does pyrotechnics in the PCL. Because the issue is with Ron. The issue is with Ron. The absence of evidence is evidence for Ron. That's how he argued. You argue like a politician. That's the issue. It's not a good argument. The other side of it, if I say I can, and guess what? I can give you information and statistics. I can give you information and statistics to back up my argument, and you're going to say, well, those are advanced analytics. Throw them out the room. Throw them out of they're not a part of this discussion. You move the goalpost because the argument.
If the analytics don't fit,
stop.
If the analytics don't fit.
You must quit. You must acquit.
Get them shits the fuck out of here. Don't nobody care about them goofy ass stats. I'm telling you.
So how can you wait? So how do you know that Derrick Rose is more valuable than LeBron that year?
On a team with Keith, on a team, I'm looking at the roster and I'm watching the game. Big head. Look. If you would take those Ray Charles glasses off, you would understand that if
you're making an argument for Derrick Rose over LeBron, and I got blind glasses on.
No, he
said he meant more to the Bulls than LeBron did to the Heat.
You don't do what you accuse all of us of doing to you, putting words in my mouth. No, I never do that. I got so much motion that all these guys make takes from me. Hippie hoopla. No, what I'm trying to say is a team with Keith Bogans, Ronnie Brewer on my wings. I got Keith Bogans and Ronnie Brewer on my wings. And then I have
who started for the team? Don't just do the bench player.
Ronnie Brewer, Keith Bogans, Kyle Korver?
What?
In 2011, when they opened up, when they on opening night on 2011, the 2010-2011 season, on opening night, the starting five was Joakim Noah, Lou Deng, Bogans, Taj Gibson, Derrick Rose. That was their five. Now sit there, Swiper, and talk to me like that was a bomb squad five, because no, it wasn't.
Come on.
Who said it was a bomb squad? Do you know the reason why they were as good as they were? Because they're the number one defense in the league. That's why.
Okay.
That's why.
So
can I say this?
Wait a minute, real talk. Because this is the kind of shit that gets my blood pressure up. The reason why they were so awesome,
your blood pressure is good because you don't eat bad food.
So Derrick Rose. Okay, this is how real talk. This is how Swiper gets you, because what we're trying to do here is we're trying to now defend Derrick Rose for winning the league MVP because he
over LeBron. Yeah.
Wait a minute, I'm not done. We're trying to defend Derrick Rose.
I wasn't even done. You cut me off. I was talking to Ron.
For having an awesome season, when this dude, the conversation originally started about narrative. You're going to tell us that the narrative is the reason why he won it. Meanwhile, Derrick Rose,
100%.
I'm not done. Meanwhile, Derrick Rose, you just told us the reason why they were the number one seed was because they had the best defense in the league. So the fact that Derrick Rose averaged 26 a game that year, which was 20 the year before that, he averaged 6 more points. He averaged more assists that year, but that ain't have nothing to do with them winning.
What's that got to do with LeBron James?
It's not the most improved.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What are you talking about? Give me my P there.
Chill.
What did it have to do with them improving? I'm sorry. The fact that their point guard was better. So the 62 wins, the 20 extra wins that they had that next year wasn't just because they had the best defense in the league. I don't know if you know.
They were better. Absolutely. But LeBron, just for context, that year, LeBron that season, for people that forgot, because I'm not gonna let Chill just keep interrupting me and yapping. What the issue is, LeBron that same season, by the way, was at 27 points a game this season. Was at 7.5 rebounds a game that season. Was 6.5 assists a game, or seven assists a game that season. He finished 9th in DPOY voting that year. Chill loves defense. He loves defense. He was first team all defense that season. That year was one of LeBron's best two-way seasons of his career and one of the best scoring seasons he had up to that date. He scored better than Derrick Rose. He played better than Derrick Rose. He was a better defender than Derrick Rose that year. And all the advanced stats that Ron said he doesn't care about all went LeBron. Every one of them. Derrick Rose that season.
The MVP is not stats.
It is. It's always been. That's what I'm saying, Ron. You don't know what you're talking about. Let me tell you why. Because if you go through the MVP tracker. I'm going to tell you, Ron, so you can understand for your own understanding and education. If you go through Basketball Reference right now, you can go find. I'm telling you right now. Go look it up. Win shares for 48.
Win it last year.
Win shares for 48 and 48. I'm gonna tell you why. Win shares for 48 and all this stuff.
Win it last year.
Ron, this is what I'm saying. If you want to learn, you got to be quiet. I'm gonna teach you something. If you go through since 2000 to now, you can look it up. Almost every single year, the person that leads the NBA in win shares for 48 wins MVP. Every single season, except the two biggest glaring ones we've never had. 2023 with Jokic and 2011 with LeBron James. Do you know that season was one of LeBron's most impactful years on defense and offense over the course of his career? He scored better than D Rose. He was a better playmaker than D Rose that season. He literally did everything better than Derrick Rose that season. The problem is LeBron now had Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. So therefore the narrative was that he doesn't have the same kind of help as LeBron
Why
does,
did he win
and they
it the
beat
next
him.
year when he had a better
He did,
year?
though.
And then the year after that, he had a better
didn't,
year.
though.
No, I already explained
What?
this. Just the same. This is the same thing I just said about why Jokic won in 24 and not in
Oh, he had a
23.
better year the next year with the same dudes. Then he had a better year the year after that.
No, but
with the
this is
same
what I'm
dudes.
telling you. Chill. You're screaming. Let me bring it down to the level that I think is more
Swipe,
coherent.
LeBron was a better player though. Also,
No, he was a.
not
But I'm saying,
Hold
but chill.
on, hold on, hold on.
But real
hold on.
talk, he was a better player that season as well than
No,
Derrick Rose.
Well, yeah,
That's
but
my whole argument.
But
LeBron,
also, I mean,
LeBron
when you
was
look at-
a better two-way player. So LeBron James, when he was on the court,
I mean,
just again, like the on-off stuff really does paint the picture that LeBron was clearly the MVP. His team was 9.4 points per 100 possessions better with him on the court. But when it came to Derrick Rose, their defense, which is what you're muted. The defense that was really the hallmark of that Chicago Bulls team in 2011, the defense got significantly better when Rose went to the bench. So in a lot of ways, Rose was the leading scorer on a really good team. LeBron James was clearly the best player. To make my point, Derrick Rose with him on the court, because the offense improved by 10 points per 100 possessions, they were only 2.1 points per 100 possessions better with Rose on the court. That is like the lowest impact of any MVP ever that I can think of. It's impossibly bad. So it's just it is a narrative.
I mean, y'all are looking at like advanced numbers, and I'm not even saying that's a bad thing, but I do think we're being a tad disrespectful to Derrick Rose.
Yes.
The Bulls had the best defense in the league. Absolutely, they had the 11th ranked offense though in the league with a roster. I think we can all agree was definitely lacking in offensive talent. And even with them being the best defense in the league, people who are considered like their best defenders, like Joakim Noah, only played 48 games that year. Carlos Boozer, the second best offensive player on that team, only played 59 games that year, and they still won 62 games. Like
my second best scorer is Luol Deng, and you got
like I'm not saying that.
Dwayne Wade.
I'm not saying
Luol
that.
Deng.
I'm not saying that.
Yeah, the way y'all
Not
talk
as
about
much
these players,
not as much as Chris Bosh
No,
or
I'm
Dwayne
not
Wade.
disrespectful.
So that's again. That's the narrative right there. No, real talk. I'm not pushing against you. He just said Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade. That's a part of the narrative. He had too much help. That's the whole point. But you don't do that when it comes to other players. Go ahead, real talk. Go ahead, real talk.
Me and Chill's point. We never said that narrative isn't in the MVP award.
It
We never
100%
said
is.
that. We just said
was
it's
the
not.
worst starting center in the NBA. Can we talk about that?
Who?
Joel Anthony.
Joel Anthony.
Joel Anthony
Was he worse than Keith
Here's
Bogans?
the opening.
Was he worse than Ronnie Brewer?
Yeah,
Ronnie
worse
Brewer
than
was a
Ronnie
good
Brewer?
player. Why do
Real
you keep
talk,
talking
we're
about
making a
that?
point. Real talk.
Joel
I want to hear real
Anthony
talk.
was too.
Joel
Real
Anthony
talk,
was
LeBron
not a
James.
good
Joel
player.
Anthony was too.
Joel Anthony was not a good player. Let's not.
The only point, right quick, real talk. The only point that we're making is that it's not a narrative award. The award's not centered around narrative. Now you could sprinkle some narrative in there, and it can impact the award, but it is not a narrative award. You have to perform to get the MVP.
Yeah, but it's also a narrative is a big part of the conversation as well. The whole idea
it's not as big as you performing. Though.
But he wasn't. The problem with your argument, he didn't perform in the season better than LeBron. I'm asking you, show me how, because that's the thing. By the way, Penn, Penn, by the way, because that's a good way to frame it. Because now I want you, you're trying to prove to me why he's better than LeBron. What did he do better than LeBron in 2011?
Derrick Rose's play.
No.
Derrick Rose's play.
Just let him go.
Derrick Rose's play led his team to the
number
one team.
What did he do better than LeBron?
Can I answer the question?
No, you're not answering. You're deflecting. What did he do better than LeBron directly?
Can I answer the question?
What did he do better than
Derrick
LeBron?
Rose.
Answer the question. Go ahead.
Derrick Rose's play led his team to being the number one team in the Eastern Conference. Derrick Rose was that valuable to that team that he led them to be the number one team in the conference. You guys can say LeBron scored more. You guys can say LeBron rebounded more.
But Penn, this is what Ron does when he doesn't know how to answer.
Shut the fuck up and
let
me answer the question. How are you going to ask me a question?
Answer the question.
How are you going to ask me a question?
Because you're not answering the question, Ron.
I'm answering the question.
Real talk. Am I dumb?
All right, bro. No, we're done with this.
Tell me what he did.
We're done with this. We move. Hey, we moving to super chat.
What I do know for
we're moving
fact,
to super
Ron,
chat.
Answer the question.
I'm trying to answer the question. You keep cutting me off, bro.
Go ahead, Ron.
Are you gonna let me answer the question?
Answer the question, Ron. Go ahead.
Are you and Pin gonna let me answer the question?
The question is directly: what did Derrick Rose do better than LeBron?
Are you guys gonna take those stupid hats off and let me answer the question? Y'all came wearing matching hats today. Are you gonna let me answer the question?
No, I want you to answer directly. Go ahead.
He also doesn't have to necessarily be directly better than LeBron to be MVP either, though.
Thank you, real talk. Thank you.
I wasn't even going to say that. Go ahead, Ron. But go ahead, Ron.
I just want to hear you say it. I want to hear you say that.
I'm saying that Derrick Rose's play, the value that he had to his team, led them to the number 1 seed in the conference.
That's what
it led them to the number 1 seed in the conference. LeBron had a better team with better players, and his play did not lead his team to being higher in the conference.
This is so.
So if y'all don't like that,
LeBron
because look,
so you think Devin Booker? Wait.
Can I answer the question? I'm not done making my take. Can I answer the fucking question?
There's a lot of yeah. Go ahead.
You guys want me to answer the question the way you want me to answer the question. Let me know, because if I don't answer it the way that you would like me to, you're gonna be a politician and say no, it was this. No, the point that I'm making is clearly he had more value to his team if he was able to lead a lesser team to more wins than LeBron. He didn't have a Dwayne Wade. He didn't have Eric Spoelstra. He didn't have Pat Riley. He didn't have Chris Bosh. He didn't have all those other players. He had the guys that he had, and he had a better record in the regular season. It's not about whether LeBron averaged more points or if he was the better player. Derrick Rose, floor raised or ceiling raised, higher than LeBron. And that's what it is. That's why SGA won the MVP over Jokic last year. That's what it was. That's why Embiid won the MVP over Jokic. That's what it was. Y'all can say what y'all want to. That's what it was.
Jokic was first in this conference. He was number 3. By the way, Penn, I want him to answer this question directly. Based on that same logic that you just spewed about leading your team to a better record, why did in 2021, why did CP3 that year and then next year in 2022 with Devin Booker, why did they not win MVP doing the same thing you're talking about, leading their team to 64 wins that year? He averaged 27, 5 and 5 that year, by the way. Yeah. Why did he not win MVP in 2022?
Who, Devin Booker?
Yes.
Who won MVP?
Because wait. Okay, because now we're just
no. Ron,
stop.
I'm asking Ron.
You have been yelling over everybody.
I'm asking Ron. It's a question for Ron.
I cool, but I also agree with Ron, and I was making a point, and then you cut me off and then asked Ron a question. So no, I'm going to talk. So be quiet, sit back, relax, and enjoy your hangover, nigga. That's why you got on the shades. Sit back and relax.
I've never drank anyway. So Ron, you don't wait. So Ron gets to not answer the question.
You hungover?
You don't see this in the chat. Ron, answer the question.
He did answer the question. Ron answered the question. He did.
Shut up. Let Ron talk. Since Ron would have yapped, you answer the question. You answer the question, Ron.
Here is the problem. Stop bringing up Devin Booker and shit like that, knowing that Devin Booker also had just gotten Chris Paul added to that team, who was still one of the elite point guards in the league. To the fact that, let's go back to Derrick Rose in 2011. In 2011, Penn brought up the fact that, yes, they were damn near a plus 10 offensively with Derrick Rose on the court. They had a 110.9 offensive rating. That would have been damn near top 6, 7 offense in the league. Well, was a top 7 offense in the league while he was on the court. They also still maintain, for those saying they won because of defense, they still maintained a 102 defensive rating with him on the court, which was still a top 3 to 5 defense that year as well. So essentially with Derrick Rose on the court, minus Carlos Boozer for several games, minus Joakim Noah, who missed a lot of that season, they were still basically a top 5 offense and defense when Derrick Rose was on the court that year. I am not saying that I agree with LeBron James not winning the award. That's not what I'm saying. But to sit here and act like Derrick Rose, who led a team to the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference with a LeBron James and Dwayne Wade over there, they won 60-plus games. They had an elite season. He had players missing on their roster. They were a top 7 offense and defense with him on the court. That was a deserved MVP.
It was.
Okay. All right, I got it now.
Deserved.
All right, now I'll go ahead and move on. So the issue with Ron, you're still going to answer my question, by the way. By the way, that same,
Sure about
that
that?
same, that same,
He did already.
that
Stop
same,
saying that, Swiper.
that same.
He
No, he
already
did it. No, he
Yes, he
didn't.
did.
Chill. I asked him a direct question about
And
the
he
relative to
answered it.
now. No, he didn't. He did
Yes,
not
he
answer
did.
the Devin
I
Booker
heard you,
question.
Ron.
He didn't.
I heard
Real Talk came in to interrupt, which is fine. That was fine point. Ron has not answered that question. By the way, that same year that Real Talk is referencing, LeBron James led a 113 offensive rating, better than Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose, when he was on the floor that year, had a 102.5 defensive rating. LeBron, when he was on the floor that year, 102.9 defensive rating with the worst defensive personnel. That's what happened. It was basically the same with a much better offense in the same season. That's the problem.
One more, Swiper.
I gave you that. I gave you that.
One
But
more.
I'm not done. Y'all don't get to. Y'all don't get to do that.
But
I shut up for Ron and Real Talk. I shut up for Ron and Real Talk. Real talk. The issue is, to your point, that's fine. But guess what? The defense was damn near the same with the worst defensive personnel that year. LeBron was just a more impactful player all the way around that season. That's what I'm telling you, real talk. The offense was much better. The defense was damn near the same. That's the first thing. With the worst defensive personnel, to your point, better offensive players. I get you. That's why LeBron had a better offensive season, plus just being a better offensive player. And then, this is what I want to understand, because real talk, you saved Ron. Ron doesn't get to be saved. He made an argument for best team, best player. Why did Devin Booker not win the MVP in 2022 then when he won 64 games?
I spoke to my attorney, Pastor Real Talk, and he said plead the fifth.
I'm
so that's what I will do right about now at this time. I plead the fifth.
Wait. Hey,
good job listening to your legal counsel. I like that.
Hey, very interesting point to close out this segment, by the way. He brought up the fact that LeBron James was leading a better offense. I also just looked. LeBron James and Dwayne Wade on the court in 2011 had a 115.6 offensive rating. With LeBron James on the court and Dwayne Wade off, they had a 106.4 offensive rating, right? Took a large hit. But do you know that Wade, without LeBron on the court that year, still posted a 111 offensive rating? So actually, Dwayne Wade was leading better offenses.
Yeah, but this is the problem. We use the stats when we want, and then we use our eyes. Because the issue is, this is why. This is the issue with this, because you don't actually think, based on their roles, that he's a better offensive player than LeBron. He wasn't asked to do the same thing that LeBron was. The lineup that LeBron played with Dwayne Wade. And then on top of that, by the way, we can do this, so we can keep going. Because the issue is, I asked Ron a direct question. He then said he wanted to pivot to his attorney because he didn't have an argument to go back to. Fine. He doesn't want to do that.
I got an argument. I'm tired.
There's no issue. You don't have an argument. You know you don't. That's why you decided that you wanted to bail on the conversation.
By the time I get done with you, you're going to be blacker than ox.
The problem is that season. The problem is that season. I'm looking at it right now. By the way, with Chris Bosh and LeBron off the floor with Dwayne Wade, they had a 102 offensive rating. With Wade and Bosh not on the floor with LeBron, they had a 111 offensive rating. So I don't know what you're looking at.
What he's saying is that he had much better players. That's what. So
wait, go ahead. What'd you say? I hear you, but I also noted already, Chill, the defense was the same. I said the defense was the same.
And imagine that when I got a guy who literally just made the All-League defensive team a year ago, and Dwayne Wade. Literally, I had a guy on the court.
He had better defensive personnel than Derrick Rose did.
On top of that, Derrick Rose.
No, Chill. He had better defensive personnel than Derrick Rose.
If you do your homework, Derrick Rose literally just missed the All-League defensive.
Go do your homework, son.
Derrick Rose wasn't a better defender than LeBron. LeBron was first team defense.
I didn't say he was, but what I did say
was. Why are you bringing that up then? What does that have to do with the conversation?
Because he was part of one of the reasons why they were the best.
He was the worst defender in the starting five going away. LeBron was the best defender on his team. The best on his team.
And with him being the best defensive player on his team, he still wasn't part of the best defense in the league. Rose was.
That makes no sense. Chill. If you have worse defensive personnel and Derrick Rose is surrounded by POA defenders and a rim protector that was the best in the game at the time outside of Kevin Garnett, he had the best defensive anchor in the sport. No, Derrick Rose is not responsible for the same thing defensively as LeBron James is. That's the problem with your argument. Derrick Rose is a POA defender. Fine. LeBron James was a rim protector, a outside defender, an on-ball defender, everything. He did everything for that team. What are you talking about?
And what I'm not saying is that he was responsible.
So Shane Battier didn't exist?
He wasn't on offense either, though. That's the problem. He didn't have the same responsibility.
Off the table, Ron. So imagine me at that time in point guard heaven because that's what point guards were running around at that time. Because Derrick Rose was running around, Steph was running around, right? Kyrie
2011 Steph,
right? So with that being said, with Chris Paul was running around, Rondo was running around.
What's that got to do with LeBron's defense?
What you know? What it doesn't have anything to do with LeBron's defense.
LeBron guarded all these people.
What it does have to do with, it has to do with Derrick Rose being their point of attack defender.
He wasn't their point of attack defender that season, though.
Who was dealing with Rondo? Who was dealing with Chris Paul? Who was dealing with these dudes? When we're seeing these dudes, who was dealing with them, Ron? Who was dealing with them, Swiper? I can tell you who ain't dealing with them.
Luol Deng was by far the best wing defender. By far.
Dealing with Chris Paul. Joe Kim Noah ain't dealing with all of these dudes. That's my.
Chill, did you hear what I said?
That's me.
Joakim Noah, Luol Deng were by far their best defenders, and Luol Deng was their POA defender.
Again, who is dealing with Chris Paul? That's my matchup.
Did you hear what I just said? It wasn't Derrick Rose. It wasn't Derrick Rose.
Player. Once again, who is dealing with Chris Paul?
I just said it was Luol Deng. That's what I said. Who clearly was their best defender.
Primary matchup. Who is
what?
Rondo is my primary.
Derrick Rose didn't take the primary matchups on those players. He didn't.
Derrick Rose wasn't going to Rajon?
No, bro, Rajon Rondo. Just Rajon Rondo. Yeah, so you know what? When they played versus Kobe, who was guarding Kobe? Who was guarding Kobe? Who was guarding Kobe if we're doing that? Who was guarding Kobe?
D-Wade.
D-Wade. I said for the Bulls, chill.
Yeah, I said for Miami. I said for Miami.
So who was guarding Kobe on the Bulls, chill?
Who's guarding Kobe for Miami? Who's guarding Kobe for Miami?
Wasn't doing it.
LeBron didn't
D-Wade.
any of these matchups. What's so bad about what you're saying? Derrick Rose didn't touch any of these primary assignments.
D-Wade was guarding Kobe.
So now we're moving the goalpost again. Chill with asking about the Bulls. I said the Bulls didn't have Derrick Rose guarding at all. He didn't.
We're being consistent.
They're not consistent. Derrick Rose didn't do it. LeBron absolutely did it, though. That's the problem.
D-Wade guarded Kobe.
Excuse me. So this is.
Wait. D-Wade didn't guard Kobe?
They both did, dog. Both of them did. When did LeBron run from a defensive matchup?
Kobe.
As soon as that's why Shane Battier came over there because he wasn't there this year.
You said Derrick Rose was the primary POA defender, and then they moved it to the Heat.
Let's go back to. I want to go back to D-Rose. Swat. I think. Okay. What if I told you this? I just looked at the top 5 MVP candidates for 2011. Right. What if I told you that of the top
and it was wrong because Amari was MVP that year. That's what y'all don't know.
MVP of the top 5 MVP finalists between Derrick Rose, LeBron James, Kobe Bryant, Dwight Howard, and Kevin Durant. What if I told you that Derrick Rose had the biggest net rating as far as plus as an offensive player between the top 5?
The swing between when he's not in the game.
Biggest swing offensively.
Yeah, that would make sense. He's by far the best offensive player on the team.
Okay, so he had the biggest offensive swing, and like I said, they still maintain.
That's on off though. We don't. On off is different from on though.
They still maintain a 102 defensive rating with him on the court. So he's the most impactful offensive player of the top 5 MVP candidates, and his team is still an elite defense when he's out there on the court.
No,
again, I'm not saying
I can do the same thing.
But you acting like Derrick Rose did not have
but the Miami Heat defense was 7 points better with LeBron, though. So I can do the same thing the other way. It was 7 points better with LeBron.
What was?
The Miami Heat defense that year without him was a 107.
Nobody is arguing that Derrick Rose was not a better defender than James because he wasn't. But was
more
Derrick
offensive
Rose,
player?
Was Derrick Rose more valuable to the Bulls' success than James was to the Miami?
I'm saying the numbers are saying absolutely not. It's not.
Outside of the narrative. Outside of the narrative.
No, he was not. He was not more impactful than LeBron.
That won 20 more games, 22 more games. 21 more games. They won 62 games. 21 more games.
Didn't the Heat miss the playoffs the year prior?
21 more. Oh, yeah, they did miss the playoffs.
They didn't have LeBron James and Chris Bosh.
They didn't. What are we doing?
But I hear you. But I'm also saying that we're doing this thing where only Derrick Rose gets the boost for how much better his team is. The team went to the final with LeBron the next year, though. That matters.
But that's why I want to leave out previous seasons, and I just want to talk about
then don't bring
season.
Not you, Ron. Then don't bring up the fact that they won 20 more games. Then Children running that argument the whole time. Because that team that missed the playoff went to the finals next year when LeBron touched it.
They didn't They didn't miss the playoffs in 2010, by the way. And
they lost in the first round, right?
They lost in the first round.
Sure, they lost in the first round. So my bad.
Yeah, but I mean,
they're
adding. Yes, what? Okay, you add LeBron James and Chris Bosh, that's going to totally
flip the dynamic of your team immediately. Like I don't even think nobody's arguing that. Like who would argue that?
No, because LeBron. That's what I'm telling you. Like, so the reason why LeBron didn't win MVP that year, because we've had this discussion when we were in Indy, by the way, too, Chill. When we were in person, we did this whole thing. We're doing it again. LeBron that season, all the stuff Penn brought up was a more impactful player, more impactful offensive player. He was a more impactful defensive player. And then on the other end, he scored better, he make better. All the traditional stats, all the advanced stats, they all went in LeBron. I'm saying he got the boost, Derrick Rose, for improving that team to not even to bringing them to the number 1 seed, to beating the Heat the most times, I think 3 times in the regular season, to winning 62 games. He got the boost for that. The problem is across the board. LeBron was a better, more impactful player.
For the ones that ride the smaller bus in the chat, again, nobody up here is arguing that Derrick Rose is a better player than LeBron James.
None of us.
Nobody
in 2011.
None of us.
Nobody is. Everybody knows that LeBron.
But real talk to make sure we get this correct. They said that Derrick Rose was more impactful that season to his team than LeBron was. That's what they said. Those two to my.
I said more valuable.
More valuable.
I said more valuable.
More valuable. Real talk. That's what I'm arguing against. I'm saying
when I think about a team, okay, you literally just brought up to us what did Derrick Rose do? What did Derrick Rose do? And better. Okay, well, he was a better distributor that year.
LeBron, much better playmaker that season. Much better.
Okay,
LeBron. It was LeBron.
Passing is only a part of playmaking. That's only a part of
it. LeBron was a better passer than Derrick Rose.
Passing isn't the only part of playmaking. So let's be clear about that.
LeBron was a better passer that season and playmaker.
So why didn't so if that's the case, then in 2022, why did Joker win the league MVP? Because he wasn't a better scorer than Joel Embiid.
He averaged. That's what I'm saying. If we're gonna move this conversation to 22. Joker that season had one of the best scoring seasons of the 2020
You asked Swiper.
period.
The question that you asked was a very direct question. What did he do better? Joel Embiid scored better than Joe.
He scored more points per game than
he was a better scorer than Joker in 2020.
Joker averaged 27 on like +9 that season. What are you talking about?
If I'm not mistaken, I think Joel Embiid was like 32 a game. Something goofy like that.
But did you hear what I said? Joker was like a +9 on 27 points per game and averaged 14 rebounds a game and 8 assists a game. That was literally 1-of-1 season. That's why. And he carried that team to where they carried. It was just Joker. And then Aaron Gordon, who was not Aaron Gordon yet, and Will Barton and Facu Campazzo, and they won 48 games that season compared to what you say, 51 games for them. After they got James Harden, they went 16-9 after they added James Harden to that team. Yes, Joker had a phenomenal season. He was, again, scoring at a crazy level, rebounding at the best in the world, and playmaking out of his mind. Also had his best defensive season that year. And there was multiple reasons why Joker won that season.
Okay,
multiple.
You asked the question, what did he do better? And I told you that Joel Embiid scored better.
He was scoring more points. Chill. But the problem is, if I ask you now, is Luka scoring better than Joker? You'll still say he's scoring better because he's scoring more points a game. You believe in points per game. He's not having a better scoring season now, just like Embiid didn't have a better scoring season then. I'm saying, like, I can keep doing this. You think points per game is your
wait. You think plus something at least is
volume does matter. Yes.
No, because if that doesn't matter, yes, volume. But if I'm giving you more volume than your volume, then obviously, I might.
Did Embiid average? Just for context, did he average 29 that year, or was that the 31 year? I don't remember, Joe.
What
that was 21-22 Embiid. That was 21-22 Embiid.
31 a game, something like that.
21-22?
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm asking you. I
think he averaged 31 a game now. I know he led the league in scoring. I do know that.
So it was 31?
He averaged 33 a game.
Yeah, that was the 33 a game season.
Yeah, 33.
Okay, and Jokic averaged how much?
27.
Okay, so that's a 6-point gap.
But again, I'm saying Luka's averaging 5. But this is why this conversation doesn't stick. Luka's averaging 5 more points than Joker right now.
Okay, just because he averaged more.
It's not having a season.
No, stop. No, I'm not going to let you spin the narrative like that.
It's not spinning. It's just true.
Yes, it is. Stop. Because my point isn't that the points per game is the end all be all. I'm countering your fact that all you do is bring up +9 as if that accounts for somebody scoring 6 more whole points than you per game. That doesn't account for that either. Either one isn't the end all be all, is what I'm saying.
So
I don't think it's the end all be all either, but he has to be a nuanced question.
Somebody can definitely say in 21 that Embiid averaging 33 on very good efficiency himself,
which he was, by the way,
is having a better scoring season than Nikola Jokic, and the conversation doesn't end just because Nikola Jokic.
I didn't say it ended though. He
+9.
asked me a question. I gave him my opinion. Why at the time I said what I said.
And
I think
Embiid was a better scorer that year. Like, come on.
No, to you. But again, that's the problem with you, Ron. That's the problem with you. You're a points per game person. I'm asking you. I can do this multiple. Because here's the problem. Here's the problem. Could Ron, the reason why you're not consistent.
Never been a better scorer than Joel Embiid.
Again, this is what I'm saying. The reason why Ron is not consistent.
I'm consistent with that.
The reason why you're not consistent is Jokic in the last 6 years is scoring at a higher rate and more efficiently in the playoff than anybody in the league. Anybody.
Okay, well,
but I'm saying, but you won't say he's the best scorer in the league.
No.
But you won't say he's the best scorer in the league.
No, if you want to put context to it, and if you want to bend the conversation and move the goalposts and say, oh, in this one playoff series, yada yada yada.
Not one, no, 6 years.
Okay,
6 years. I said 6 years. I said 6 years.
This is not a small efficiency gap. They both take jump shots. They both play the center position. They both have elite guards, you know.
Let me run a poll, man. God.
No, there's no reason to run a poll because, again, they're going to run. This is what I'm saying, Ron.
You get off that poll. No, you get off that poll and let me run this poll.
I'm cool. I'm cool arguing with you. You have good context. That's fair. But I'm saying what Ron is doing is completely disingenuous. It's completely disingenuous.
Hey, you know that one thing that they be doing on the poll when they up top and they do the spin around me? Then they drop down.
Yeah, Ron, make a salient argument for once. Make a salient argument for once. Do that.
Ron, I wouldn't know anything. I wouldn't know anything.
No, you don't make good arguments, and you just run. And then when you get pressed, you then say, "My lawyer said not to talk." You shouldn't have talked from the beginning because you lose every time. That's the whole point. The less talking you do, the better you look. The more talking you do, the more you lose.
The same way you got packed up by MTEL, huh?
Is that I'm good. And guess what, MTEL? And guess what, MTEL? Great, shout out to MTEL. You did it. And when Rod came up there with the pyrotechnics, with glasses on, and we lost, got out in the first round.
MTEL shoved you in that hole and closed the door.
And guess what, Rod? And guess what? And by the way, real talk, we're still waiting.
That as well, and you lost. I don't know, like what. That's not even.
We play. No. Time out. We play teams, right? If I'm not mistaken, real talk. I seen you twice. I went 1-1 with you.
That was
Swiper. I seen you twice. I went 1-1 with you.
No, you did not.
I seen you.
You did not. You did not. But we can move on, though. We can move on.
Proof of it. I seen MTEL twice. I went 1-on-1 with MTEL. So I gave each of y'all a bucket. Y'all each gave me a bucket. However, when y'all played in the championship and all had to go toe-to-toe, head-to-head, manu-a-manu, MTEL packed both of you niggas up.
That's what happened.
Especially you.
That's what happened. I agree.
I mean, if you really talk about the PCL, you want to talk about true shooting. I had the highest true shooting on the PCL by far. Efficiency wise, it was me and only me. I'm in a league of my own.
I hit a half-court shot against Ox to win the game. So
no. I just didn't have any reviews left because the ball was.
Hey, I'm gonna put an amendment. By the way, I'm gonna put an amendment in the panel. We're gonna.
You don't got the power to make no amendments.
It's a democracy. We're gonna vote. We're gonna vote on an amendment. I'm proposing an amendment. Ron is no longer allowed to shift conversation to other people being their lawyer when he's in the middle of getting fried himself. You're in the middle of a gun squad.
No, you can't. You can't say this is a democracy.
By the way,
take away a man's rights to legal counsel.
Real talk will actually bring me substantive points. Ron made a point about the best player on best team winning MVP. I didn't ask him about Devin Booker. He gave me no response at all because he knew that conversation.
No, swipe it for a second.
By the way, Ron, if we're doing
stop yelling. No, we're not. You're not being consistent, Swipe.
I'm calling out Ron's
inconsistency. Okay. You've been yelling for 2 straight hours.
That's fine. Somebody got to carry this.
God damn. Nigga, you've been yelling for 2 straight hours. What I'm saying is you can't say this is a democracy and then try to strip a man of his right to legal counsel. What are you talking about?
Who gets legal counsel on the show?
If you want to defer to your legal counsel, you have every right to do that. Why Swiper. You have the right. You have the right to waive your legal counsel. Swiper. What I'm saying is this is America.
With that being said, real talk, Swiper, when he listens to me talk, Swiper thinks that I think in a vacuum. Because you lead the league in scoring, that doesn't mean that you're not the best scorer in the game, but it doesn't mean that you are neither. So there's plenty. But
You'll hear, and I care about points per game. You know why I care about points per game? Because sometimes the best scorer in the league leads the league in scoring.
Yeah,
that's why I say.
So I agree. Sometimes it is, but you don't. But the reason why I asked the question though is to follow up with the logic, because I think real talk. I'm leaving real talk out of this, but chill. You don't think Luka's been a better scorer this year than Jokic? You don't. I don't think you do, at least. Like I don't think you do at all, actually. So like obviously it's not everything.
Boy in a boy's place.
I don't think that
keep that boy out of grown man conversation.
Wait, what'd you say, Chill?
I don't think that Luka has. I think Luka has been a less of a scorer. I've always thought he was a better.
I'm
scorer
saying you think
overall.
Joker's been a better scorer this year, though.
Well, this year I think Joker's been more efficient. I've always thought that Luka's been a better scorer than him. Always been.
You know what, fellas?
Been a better scorer than him.
You know what, Chill? You know what?
Talking about
we've done a lot of debating about who's the best scorer.
Yeah.
As of right now in 2026. Well.
Wait, Ron, before you go to that, Ron. Before you go to that, because I
just stop talking and get to it.
Let's definitely get to it. And this isn't going to take long. It's going to take me a couple seconds. Believe you me. I just want to say that I didn't get to say this because obviously Swiper was kicking it with Michael Irvin last night in DFW, and he bugging right now. So I didn't get a chance to jump in there. I just want to say that all of you guys are wrong. And clearly, you guys will never give my man credit for the amazing season he had in 2010, 2011. But we all know nobody was doing the carry job the way Amari Stoudemire was doing the carry job that season. I just want to put that out there. If it wasn't for Carmelo Anthony coming over there and ruining things for Amari, things would have went a lot better. I just want to put that out there. Now let's move on to the list.
We were really having Amari Stoudemire MVP conversations.
Why is that funny? That's not even funny. He was balling. Look. Well, first of all, I'm not even tripping. I'm not even here to say he was the MVP. I'm not even doing it. I'm just saying put a little respect on my man's name. He was going crazy. 26 and 8 back in 2010. That meant something.
Hey, Big Ox, would you believe it? He leaves Steve Nash in Phoenix, and all of a sudden he's in MVP conversations. The conversations he should have been in all along.
I didn't bring that up to hate on Steve Nash.
I said that. And I didn't bring that up to hate on Steve Nash either. I just brought it up just to put some things.
It's not hate on Steve Nash. Steve Nash is quite frankly one of the most overrated players of all time.
100%. 100% he is.
But let's go ahead and get into it, y'all. We got the top scores of 2000.
Ruined it for that boy.
And 26.
Just worth saying that the Suns' offense that year was 18 points per 100 possessions worse with Steve Nash on the bench.
That's awful.
Throw that out there.
Terrible.
What was it with Amari on the bench?
That is terrible.
What was it with Amari on the bench?
I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense.
And what was the defense with Steve Nash on the bench?
That makes sense.
Well, with Steve Nash,
right? So,
and
Pin. That's a rhetorical question, please. Like I would like to get into these.
That's a rhetorical question, but those numbers don't mean what you think those numbers mean. If you just listen to Pinches, say those numbers, you'll think that actually means something. But that's that makes sense.
Steve Nash was amazing. That's what it means.
Yeah. He was amazing.
And
Still overrated.
And Swiper, Devin Booker deserved that MVP that year. But however, let's get into the top 10 scores in 2026. Let's get into it, y'all. Before we get into the top 10, we have some honorable mentions. So let's go ahead and shout out the people who got votes, but they didn't quite make the list. They didn't quite make it there. Let's shout out to all the jokers who fell just outside of the top 10.
No way.
But you looky here. We have Kawhi Leonard, Austin Reeves, James Harden, Kevin Durant, and Cade Cunningham.
This is honorable mention?
Yep.
Oh, God.
Who's responsible for Chill. What was your top? Chill. What was your top 10? I got
nothing to do with this. I ain't got nothing to do with this.
Real talk. I swear to God.
I got nothing to do with this.
I mean, Kawhi definitely wasn't on my list at the time. But he's been hooping lately. I didn't know if we were doing like this season or just
it was this season
in general.
Right now.
Mm-hmm.
Top,
it was this season.
You should have asked me. I would have clarified for you. Top.
I kind of just did like this. I kind of just did like off this season.
Y'all don't even got KD on the list.
No KD. I just looked. I didn't have KD on my list.
He was eighth. He was eighth.
Yeah, I was tripping with that.
He was third on my list.
KD should
third.
Yeah, he was third on my list.
Damn.
Third.
He didn't make mine. He ain't make mine.
So you got the
My
answer to the
fault,
question. Who
KD.
cooked the list?
That's my fault, KD. That's my fault.
Swiper, you had KD on your list?
Aren't you a Houston guy?
I know. Yeah, this makes it even worse. But
Oh my god.
yeah, I just smooth forgot about Kevin Durant.
Did anybody have Austin Reeves on their list?
I had him 10th.
I think I did. Let me double check.
He's also an honorable mention, Austin Reeves. What about James Harden? How are we feeling about James Harden not making the list?
I feel fine with that. I'm good with that.
I had James Harden on the list.
Chill, when you make your list, 2021.
No, I had him at the bottom of the list, but I had him on the list. Mm-hmm.
You had James Harden on the list?
I did. Mm-hmm.
But you didn't have Kawhi.
No, I didn't.
You think Harden's a better scorer than Kawhi?
Do I think who?
Proof's in the pudding.
Do you think Harden is a better scorer than Kawhi?
I don't, but James. I mean, Harden was playing at the time, so James.
Well, that makes sense.
Kawhi,
That makes sense.
And Kawhi Leonard wasn't.
Yo, y'all not finna do this. We just turned these lists in 3 days ago.
That's what I'm saying.
Bye.
That's what I'm saying.
A lot can happen in 3 days.
I'm not
A lot can happen in 3
A
days.
lot.
A lot can happen in 3 days.
Kawhi scored 55 before
Kawhi
that.
would be on my list right now. Kawhi would
He
probably
scored
be on Jill's list
55
right now
before
too.
that.
But guess what? It just, hey man, it is what it is.
He was averaging 26 before he
It is what it is.
We literally just
All right,
went over
fellas,
the
well,
fact that you average more points.
I don't know.
I don't care. That's a bullshit Swiper tried to convince you of.
No, he ain't convinced. I've always felt like that. Just because you average more points than somebody does not mean you're a better scorer than them. That does not mean that.
All right,
Man,
well,
what's Kawhi's true shooting this season?
100.
All right, let's dive into it. The top 10, and we are going to start at number 10. We have Jaylen Brown at number 10.
That's not high enough. The best shooting guard, the best shooting guard in the NBA cannot be number 10.
He's the second best. Cold.
I did not have Jaylen Brown.
Ox, to answer your question, 63.
Sure, you didn't have Jaylen Brown on your list?
I did not have Jaylen Brown.
63% true shooting. That's the answer.
That's good, right?
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah.
That's actually, hold on. Am I correct? That's a career high. That's a career high. 62.3 would be a career high. That's crazy.
Y'all some sorry so-and-sos.
So,
hey, let me tell y'all something. Ox is a fucking national treasure, yo. I love that dude, man. That's my dude, yo.
I need
you bunch of so-and-sos. I can't stand you. You mother.
yo, so as a Jaylen Brown, there were a couple lists he didn't make, but Jaylen Brown peaked as high as 5 on some lists.
Well,
so there was some discrepancies. There was some discrepancies with Jaylen Brown, but
who are these idiots who didn't put Jaylen Brown in their top 10?
Damn, idiots.
Me. There we go.
Oh, well, we know you didn't. You hate Jaylen Brown.
Right. Oh yeah, that's pure hate. Yeah,
I don't hate Jaylen Brown.
Hate. That is pure hate. I'm not gonna lie. Jaylen Brown not being in your top 10 scorers this season is kind of crazy.
What's worse, me not putting Jaylen Brown?
Not as bad as not putting Kevin Durant on the list.
No, actually it is because Jaylen Brown's been a better scorer.
Jaylen Brown has been 40, 90.
I don't better than Kevin Durant this year.
He has not actually,
considering the circumstance.
Honestly,
considering that Kevin Durant doesn't have any except for one positive offensive player on his roster. He's shooting 50, 40, 90 from 25 right now. Like,
if I could redo my
better
list,
than any player, any command.
No, you didn't hear what I said. I said,
Jaylen Brown has.
Well, no, he's in an all. Never mind. There's too much basketball stats. Never mind. I'll leave it alone.
If I could redo my list, I would put Kawhi.
Yeah, Kevin Durant's crazy.
I messed up.
I think he should be on the list. I had him as high as I think I had him at 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out KD. He's always going to be a great scorer. But this season,
I got Brown on there too. But
yeah, I just believe this season Jaylen Brown scoring better than KD. But shout out to KD because he's always going to be an amazing scorer. He still is that.
Absolutely. Very quickly, has Jaylen Brown universally just lapped Devin Booker? Like, is he just better than D Book?
No, real talk. He can't go.
Devin Booker's not having a great season, so I think he's slid a little.
I mean, this is the second season in a row we're saying that about Devin Booker.
I don't think he was better than him last year.
Sound like you about fed up with this. Real talk. That's what it sounds like.
No, I'm just saying, like, if he's yet again, we're saying, oh, Devin Booker's not having the greatest season, and Jaylen Brown is now playing how he's playing. I mean,
I think Devin Booker was good last year, personally.
He was good. He wasn't Devin Booker.
I mean,
I think his shooting splits will go up too. I think he'll play a little bit more efficiently. I think he'll start making more shots. But I mean, the thing that I do got to give D Booker's credit with is he's over there competing and he's leading a competitive team.
He got busy.
He's leading a team
yesterday afternoon. He did.
He's leading a team that don't got no business being where they're at. And Drench was the only one who gave the Suns credit for being a halfway decent team. So I got to give D Booker's credit that. But it's the same thing with Jaylen Brown too.
Yeah, that's what I like about the Suns. They defend and they compete. I like them players over there.
All right, fellas. But next up at number 9. So at 10, we had Jaylen Brown. At number 9, we have Stephen Curry.
He was on my list.
Oh my gosh.
I had him 9th. So perfect.
That's interesting. Steph Curry is criminally underrated. I think that's just kind of the gist of the conversation about stuff.
I had him 8th.
I had him 6th.
Shout out
to Steph Curry's closer to 5 than 10 this year.
Yeah, I had Steph at 6.
Yeah, I had him at 6.
I think people are just kind of I feel like Steph is stuck in a little bit of a situation where just not a lot of eyes on him right now, and I think a lot of it is people are just kind of unaware of obviously the responsibility and stuff that he has right now. But he's averaging
close
29
to 30 a game. He's averaging close to 30
a game right now, and he's shooting how many threes a game is he shooting? He's shooting.
I know he leads the league, doesn't he?
12 threes a game, 40%, and then has a horrible offensive situation that he's in right now too.
But it's not underrating Curry to have him like 8th or 7th.
Well, I need to see the names ahead of him. You know what I mean? That's
it's been amazing. It's been some amazing scoring going on this year.
All right. Well, next up at number 8, we have Tyrese Maxey.
Be curious to see who's ahead of him.
See, I had Maxey. I had Curry 8, Maxey 9 for me.
My list is cooked.
I had Maxey 6th.
Yeah, my list is destroyed.
He's fallen off a little bit, but I did give him credit for how he started.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my fault. I had Maxey 10. I had Jaylen Brown 9.
Yeah.
Over the last 15 games, the Sixers have the worst fourth quarter offense in the league.
Terrible.
I'm throw that out there.
Yeah, it's been a rut.
Yeah, I said that when we were talking about the Memphis game that like in the fourth quarter, their half court offense gets very got very shaky in that game for sure.
We're soon to get him off the floor with Embiid comment from Chill. That's probably going to happen at some point because Tyrese Maxey this year, if he gets an opportunity to have like a free reign and doesn't have to worry about a particular somebody in front of him. Shout out to Max, man.
It was a big toss up with me between Steph Curry and Tyrese Maxey. I'm actually running a poll right now. I want you guys to talk to us and let us know who do you actually think is the better scorer between Steph Curry and Tyrese Maxey? Because I was going back and forth. That was what was holding my list up. Ultimately, I ended up going with Steph over him, but I think Maxey has an argument to be closer to the top 5 this year.
Yeah, he definitely gets penalized for that.
Or
score.
I'm not saying he's top 5. I said he has an argument to be closer than what he is,
which is crazy to me because I ain't even have him on my list, and that's nuts.
You didn't have KD or Maxey?
I had KD on the list, 100%. I got KD.
He said he had KD 3rd.
Yeah, I got KD. I got KD.
On the list. Shout out love. The
fact that I didn't have him on the list. Yeah, I definitely. I gotta jumble some stuff around here because
scoring lists are hard to do.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, next at number 7, we have Giannis Antetokounmpo.
That's where I had Giannis at 7. Yep.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
are there 6 better scorers than Giannis?
No, but I will say, yeah, that's my fault. I had
Giannis at 5.
What's your fault?
Yeah, I had him at 6.
Yeah, I know somebody up here
I sent you the wrong edition. My bad. I didn't have Giannis on the list. That's my bad. He'd be at 4 for me right now.
I didn't have him on my list either.
Yeah, that's my bad. It was the injuries.
It
was the injuries. No, that's egregious. That's egregious. No, that's egregious.
Yeah, he accidentally left.
No, I mean I did. He asked me for his list.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, I mean, that's my bad. I would have him at 4 though. He'd be 4.
What's your excuse? The same thing? You forgot to put him on there? Wrong edition?
No. I have no excuse.
No intellectual curiosity?
I have plenty
Short
of
bus.
How in God's name is Giannis not a top 10 scorer in the league?
No, he's 4.
How's he
Yeah,
not
he's
a
4.
top
He's 4 on
5
the list for
scorer?
me. That's a huge mistake.
No, Penn. Yeah.
How
Is
is
he
he not
better-
a
is-
top 5 scorer?
He's a better scorer than Kawhi Leonard, according to y'all? Because Kawhi ain't on this list.
Yeah. And
So-
We're not. Where Penn?
I mean, he's a better
We are
scorer
talking
than
about
Brown.
Giannis Antetokounmpo.
There's a lot of.
I think he had better bucket
He
getter
didn't
than
put,
Jaylen Brown.
he didn't
Yes,
put
I
Brown
do
on
think
his
so.
list too.
Yeah, I think he had
There's
better
no
bucket
way
getter
you
than
have
Brown.
10 better scores than Giannis. It's no way.
Yeah, real talk. I own that. That's my bad. I deserve slaps on the wrist for that, bro. I apologize.
I'm standing on business.
Can we get an explanation?
It's a top 10 list. I had 10 people that I thought were better scorers than
No,
Giannis.
that's what you
Why?
did. Blah. That's what
Yeah,
you did.
That is
man.
what you did.
Oh, because
We're
he
asking for the
Penn, is it because he
explanation.
can't shoot outside of around the rim?
Actually,
Why
I mean,
does
he's
it
shooting
matter if I
39%
can
from
just
three
dunk
this
for
year.
30?
Which is
Well, I
crazy.
mean,
Yeah, he's shooting almost
Who
40%
cares
long
if
ball.
I
now.
can just dunk for 30?
He's having a pretty awful mid-range.
Was Shaq
season.
ever a top 5
He
scorer in the
has a
league?
66 true shooting.
Was
don't
Shaq
see that,
ever?
though.
in 20
He's still
games?
one of the most efficient players in the league.
Agree.
Was
Hey, this is
Penn-
nasty, Penn. This
Was
is
Shaq ever a
disgusting.
top 5
Ron, you
scorer?
are most nasty up here.
Disgusting.
The McNasty brothers, you and Penn.
Yeah, was Shaq
Big
ever a
nasty
top 10
twins.
scorer in the league?
I'm wondering that. Was Shaq ever a top 10 scorer in the league, Penn?
Of course.
Giannis ain't Shaq.
All right, let's just move on. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Even though Shaq said that that's Giannis. He
Well,
said that.
hey, guess what,
He
Ron?
was
What we can
wrong.
do,
He
we
was
can
wrong.
make amends when we get to the end, and then we'll get Giannis in his rightful place because 7 is crazy.
Swipe it. The list is already posted.
I know, but we can make amends. That's crazy.
7 is fine.
That's why I had him at. I had him at 7.
7 is pretty nasty. When you see the names ahead.
Number 6, we got Anthony Edwards.
Too low.
No, that's about where he needs to be based on the other names. But I think he's been. I would amend it. But yeah, Giannis. So he.
I had Ant at 9.
Way too low.
Yeah, I had.
Ant's having a great scoring season,
Yeah.
but he definitely had. He's well, shout Ant.
He's definitely what?
No, I'm with you. I think Ant's.
I'm just realizing
running into him with the other guards. It's kind of where I was struggling. Real talk.
I'm
Yes.
just realizing I only put one big on my entire list. I pretty much put all wings and guards.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's more of some of the explanation we're asking for. But Ant has been a better scorer than Luka this year.
Then Maxey, he's been better scorer than Maxey for sure.
Definitely been a better scorer than Maxey.
Has he been a better bucket getter than Curry?
That's hard. That's
Been
hard
a
for me to
better.
talk.
Yes, he's been a better.
No, but we got to
More than
account for
Curry.
offensive talent too. He has more offensive talent than Curry has.
Y'all clearly don't watch. Y'all niggas don't watch the Timberwolves.
I 100.
Every time we talk about Ant, it reminds me that y'all don't watch.
No, I
do.
real talk. I've watched
that's
every.
no- that's
I've
not
watched
real
every
talk.
Timberwolves
I
game for the
promise
most
you I
part,
watch
unless
Timberwolves.
they're
Yes, I
coming
do.
across with Denver. I'm
Yes, I do.
telling you that like Ant, he deserves a lot of credit for that. But I also, since we're just to be fair, real talk, they have a better offense with Ant off and Julius on. Like, so they have a lot of offensive personnel on the team. But again, they don't. Real talk. Don't be nasty. I'm not saying he's a better offensive player. They do have a lot of offensive talent. That's what's carrying them right now.
We just
That's
talking
all
about
I'm saying.
We just talking
That's
about
all I'm saying. Real talk. That's
we
it.
talking
You know,
about?
I also
What's
agree.
nasty?
Ant is easily a top 10 scorer in the league. Easily,
Yeah.
not even a question. 10th, he's
And
the
right
best three-point
now-
shooter.
Real
in the
talk,
league
where'd you
right
have
now.
I had Ant
Which-
3.
That's kind of high.
I only had
But I know.
Jokic and Shea better. Ant right now is scoring the ball so easy right now, so efficiently from all 3 levels on the court.
Has he been scoring better than
I-
Donovan
I
Mitchell?
like-
Has he
I
been a
like
better
the
scorer this
fact-
season than Donovan Mitchell?
That's
Yes.
tough.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I had Mitchell 4th, Joe.
Yeah, that's tough.
And I was wrong because I definitely want to redo my list because there's some guys on my list that need to get flipped around. Donovan Mitchell need to be higher. I did this when Ron. I actually did my homework, Ron, at like midnight. I was definitely wrong for that. Yeah, and turning my homework in late. Yeah, I don't think
and shooting 70% at the rim, 45% from mid range this year. You know, shooting 39% on above the break threes, which are mostly pull ups, by the way. Like, yeah, I mean, he's having a
Ant
great
went
scoring
7
season.
of 23 like 4 games ago. You see how you had to go to a game 4 games ago? You see how dumb you look? Like, yeah, he's a jump shooter. He's going to have some off games. That doesn't negate any fact about how great he's scoring this year. And the Anthony Edwards is inconsistent narrative is so dumb. If you look at Anthony Edwards this year, if you just go off his raw field goal percentage, I'm pretty sure
49.9.
But not even that, Swipe. This is what I'm saying. Let me see very quickly. And this year he's played 27 games, right? We obviously know that Ant is also a high volume 3-point shooter.
Sure,
so if you look at games where he's played 27 games in which he shot 45% or better from the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7,
20,
8,
20.
9,
It's
10,
20.
11. Okay, 20 of the 27 games. How was that inconsistent? And two of the games where he did it, one of them was he left the game early where he was 2 for 5 from the field. That's the game he got hurt. Right. And then another one of the games where he was below 45% was the first game back.
Yeah, I apologize. It's 19. So 19 games.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not 20.
Yeah,
last night
that's pretty consistent.
Like the 7 for 23 thing, we can shut that down. Last 5 games, 10 for 18, 9 for 13, 10 for 22, 14 for 25, 15 for 27. I mean,
shout out Ant, man. He's crazy. That's a crazy player, bro. He should have been first team All NBA last year. He might make it this year again too. But shout out Ant. He's going crazy.
I think it's just because he's had some like really high variance 3-point shooting games. Like he had an 0 for 8, 1 for 8, 1 for 7, 1 for 7, 2 for 11. 2
well, he
for
just
7.
had a 5 for 14 game
From 3?
Yeah, from 3. He just had a 5 for 14 game.
Hey, man, 37% from 3 is that's league average. Not bad.
That's not all that bad at all.
Shout out.
All right, well, next up, we have at number 5, Jalen Brunson.
That's why I got him
39.5% from 3, not 37, by the way.
Is JB a top 5 scorer in the NBA?
39.
Right now?
Yes,
I had him at 5th.
That's where I had him at. I had him at 5.
Yeah, I had him at what is that, 10? I had him at 8.
I think Cat has really struggled in this Knick offense more than Jalen Brunson has been productive, because Jalen Brunson, with the ball in his hands, he seems to be more comfortable having the ball in his hands less, because there's a lot more space and a lot more guys moving. Cat seems to want to operate in that pick and pop, pick and dive with Jalen. And because they play so fast, a lot of Jalen Brunson stuff is catch and shoot. So we don't really get into that action, which Cat should thrive in that.
Jalen Brunson catch and shoot?
Yeah, he well, when I say catch and shoot, I mean, like, I think Jalen Brunson, just like Champagnie loves the left wing, the break on the left wing. I think Jalen Brunson loves that right wing, the break on the right wing. He loves that, and he's really good over there. But catch and shoot isn't the word I'm looking for, Swipe. I meant to say in transition, when he comes across half court, he's really looking to get to that break on the right wing. And it's like 1 or 2 dribbles, and it's going up. Like, it's not a lot of, like it was in seasons past where he had the ball in his hand and he was pounding the basketball and the shot clock was running. No, it's a lot of quick stuff. It's a lot of quick stuff this season, and it's more productive from what I've seen.
Yeah, he's scoring a lot in the paint this year, restricted and non-restricted. He's 46% from like the mid-range area, shooting like 60% from like the short mid-range. But the pull-up, he takes a lot of pull-up threes. He's not the best pull-up 3-point shooter. That's probably taking some of his numbers down, but it's just kind of the way their offense works. But he's also creating, like in terms of just his isolations and posts and all that. I think he's an 87th percentile. Like, he creates fairly often. He's just not super efficient on it this year, but man, he's having a great season, man. It's honestly, Chill, when you're doing these guards,
it's like pick your poison.
Yeah, bro. It's kind of hard to do guards, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
Real talk. What's the gap between him and Anthony Edwards as bucket getters?
Oh no, no guard besides I don't even maybe say even Shea is
clear with anybody.
Yeah, clear in Jalen Brunson. Yeah, no. Y'all know how I feel about Jalen Brunson as a scorer. I've already said I think
SGA ain't even clear.
I think he's the greatest 6'2" and below scorer we've ever seen in the league. So Jalen Brunson is
Steph Curry's 6'2.5".
So he doesn't
greatest ever.
Yeah, 6'2" below scorer. Yeah.
That includes
Allen Iverson.
That includes Allen Iverson.
Yeah, including Allen Iverson.
That's tough, brother. That's a tough one, brother.
I think Jalen Brunson.
How tall is Oscar, Chill?
Oscar Robertson?
6'4",
6'5".
Well, he played in 71, so that's really like 6'2". So
he was over by that time.
All right, we can move on to that. We got to get to the top of this rock. We got to make some amendments, but shout out.
Next up, we have Donovan Mitchell at number 4.
Yeah, respect D Mitch. Respect Big Mitch.
Yeah, that's what I should.
Respect Big Mitch.
To be honest with you. Yeah.
Donovan Mitchell at number 4.
Wait, where
fellas,
where did you have him, Joe?
8.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. I had him at
So I'm higher on Donovan Mitchell
Yeah,
than
I'm
you
higher
are.
on
No, you're
Damn.
not. You're not actually. I should have. Just
4 is
gone-
higher than 8, Joe.
Yeah, 100%. But
I had him at 4 too.
I actually should have gone with my gut, and I wanted to put him at 3. But I'm thinking about how good KD is as a bucket getter. Not thinking about like this season. I want to put Donovan Mitchell in the top 3 this year as a bucket getter. Yes, I wanted to do that. But I'm thinking about KD, and I also screwed up my list too because I'm thinking about Luka and the scorer that he can be, not the scorer that he is right now. That's why I screwed up my list.
Y'all are about to have
Shout
Luka
out to
Doncic as one of the top. What number are we on?
This is 4
Deservedly
right now.
so. Deservedly
4?
so, real talk.
I definitely think Donovan Mitchell's. I should have put him on. I should have put him high on my list. I think Donovan Mitchell.
I did not. I almost put Murray on my list, but I didn't.
No lower than 5, and I should have done that, and I screwed that up. That's my fault, D. Mitch, because y'all know how I feel about him.
Donovan Mitchell is without a doubt scoring the ball better than Luka Doncic this year. By the way,
is he scoring better than Steph?
I would say so.
Who, Mitch?
D. Mitch.
Yeah, Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah, that's the tough thing, man. It's just, yeah. I mean, I put him ahead of Steph, but like, they're in the same ballpark.
It's a lot of toss-ups. For me, the biggest toss-ups was between Steph, Donovan Mitchell, Tyrese Maxey, and Jalen Brunson. I went back and forth between those 4 for a few minutes. It took me a while to sort that out. It was that was the most difficult thing for me.
Well, I'm having a lot of difficulty understanding how the hell my top 5 became PC's top 5 because I have verbatim. That's my top 5.
You have Jalen Brunson, Donovan Mitchell.
Yep, and the next 3.
Did you make the list?
I pretty much did. That's really what's happening around here.
See who really does have the authority around here. All right, well,
D. Mitch is going absolutely insane this year.
Next up, we have Nikola Jokic at 3. Thoughts
at
on
3?
I had him at 4. So I mean,
I had him at 3.
4?
Yeah, I had him at 4. Real talk. What you like? This dude is a bucket getter. What are you doing? Real talk.
No, the fact that you have him at 3.
I'm saying he's top 2, easy.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I had him at 4.
So by the way, this season, just for
4.
people, he's shooting 75% at the rim, 58 from mid range, 43 from 3, and he's one of the best ISO scorers and the best post scorer in the league, going away by far. So I really, he has the most 50 balls in the league too this year. That's interesting, but I know that's how narratives work. But I don't know how he's that low.
Don't stop the narrative.
I mean, it has to be. No, it's the way he scored. No, it is the way he scored. That's what he's getting penalized for.
It's not the way he scores, Swiper.
Ox, was he on your list?
Of course, he was on my list.
Where was he on your list?
Yeah, where at, big guy? Where'd you have him?
What do I look like? A Nimrod?
Hey, big guy, where was he at?
A so and so. You so and so.
He was on my list, Ron. That's all that matters. Like,
oh, okay.
Ron, you have the list.
Jokic is an absolute bucket.
I have the list, but we're asking Big Ox. Where do you have him at?
He's on my list, Ron.
All right.
Ron, expose him.
Please.
Expose him. Where did he have Jokic on the list?
Who all is in favor of me telling where Big Ox had?
Y'all
don't care?
Y'all just gonna abuse my rights?
Yeah, that's what we doing, Ox. We lifting up the curtain on who you voted for, Ox. Your voting rights is out the window. No more privacy for you. You gotta tell us who you voted for.
Crazy. Whole time I'm here defending this because I thought we were in a nation of
law
and order.
I'm taking mine down. No, I don't want my rights violated neither. So no, I don't want to know.
Crazy.
No, I don't want to know. No.
Well, it's still 3 of us up here. That's 50%. That's closer to majority than non-majority. So, Big Ox. Big Ox, it looks like you had Tyrese Maxey at 10, Steph Curry at 9.
I didn't have Tyrese Maxey at 10. I remember I had to switch to my list. First of all, why would you just read my whole list down and you ain't read everybody else's whole list down? Like, what's going on here?
Like I was saying,
you can read my list.
Yeah,
Big Ox, you had Giannis at 10.
Crazy.
Big Ox, you had Giannis at 10, Steph at 9, Nikola Jokic at 8.
There you go. That wasn't so hard. Why'd that have to be the whole segment?
It's not about being hard, and it wasn't the whole segment. I'm just like, why are you reading my whole list and not everybody else's? I just don't like, you know what I'm saying? I like to get.
You got Jaylen Brown as a better scorer than Nikola?
Absolutely, I do.
Hell no.
18 points in overtime? Come on, man.
God bless.
I don't care.
Well, Payne, I don't think you get to talk here too, brother. Respectfully.
Why don't I get to talk?
You know,
I think we're gonna get to this in a second. Go ahead.
It was.
You don't have Kawhi, Jaylen Brown, or Giannis on your list.
Yeah, you are missing a lot of.
Yeah. On top of that, Giannis a better scorer than Jokic.
Five ended up being PC's top 5. Guess I'm part of.
No, he isn't. Ron.
Yes, he is.
What the hell?
Giannis is a better scorer than Jokic.
Giannis is not a better scorer than Joker. No, he is not.
No, it's
my thing, but this is my whole point though, y'all. I just want to say this. I don't really care or know which one of these top 10 scorers is a better scorer than the other one, and neither do y'all. Okay, so as long as I got them on the list, that's all that matters. On any given night, any of these dudes is a better scorer than the other one, and y'all want to sit up here and pretend like y'all just know this is how it goes, brother. This is how it goes. What? Yeah, I better go, man. Just put them on the list and be happy with it.
Nice coat, Big Ox. Nice coat.
Yeah. We see what you're trying to do there, but it's not gonna work, brother. On your given night, he's 8th. That's what we're talking about. We're not talking about arguing.
So
on some nights he could be 15.
Right here, Ron.
And on some nights he could be 1.
No, this is the bullshit right here. So anybody on the presidential ballot could be president. Any one of these people?
No, that's not the same thing.
It's 100% the same thing on the ball.
No, it's not.
If I vote for this dude,
let's get to the top 2 because I think this is going to invoke a lot of discussion. This is what PC. This is what we're going to get to that top of the list.
Chill, you can't do that. That's not the same thing.
Is it going to invoke a lot of discussion or a lot of monologues?
But this
discussions and monologue can be the same thing.
But you know what, Chill? But you know what, Chill? You know what? If Swiper and the rest of the Democrats can rob Bernie Sanders, then I can rob Nikola Jokic.
I did not rob Bernie Sanders at all. I actually thought he should have
Don't
been a nominee.
Hey, I'm back doing the knowledge.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all can rob Bernie Sanders, I can rob Nikola Jokic.
You doing too much knowledge on here.
Yeah, man. I agree. Shout out to Super PACs, man. They fund everything. Fund the Clintons. By the way, go ahead.
Shout out to Iowa caucus.
Because look, you know, because in 2008, Obama could have changed everything. Obama could have been like, you know what? Let's shake this shit up. I want John McCain to be my vice president. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to pick your vice president before you.
I know, Swipe. I know, but I'm saying you want to make a change. He should have made a change.
Where we at, Ron? Number 3.
Yeah, numbers.
Yeah, but you're not ready for that conversation, Swiper.
I'm very ready for it. I love those combos.
Oh man.
At number 3, it was Nikola Jokic. At number 2 now, we have hailing from Canada. Or maybe hailing from Cameroon.
No.
Or maybe hailing from Cameroon. You never know.
No, it's not.
Nah, here's who we got at number 2. At number 2, we got hailing from Slovenia, Luka Doncic.
The Don.
Oh man,
He's still too high on this list, but at least he's done.
And then at number 1,
the way you turned on Luka is crazy.
I'm not turning on Luka. Luka turned on me.
And at number 1, we have Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Fellas, how do we feel about the top 2?
Luka turn on a person if you don't know who they are.
I think this was a good attempt by the community, and yeah, shout out, man.
Mm-hmm. I think y'all got it right. I think we got it right this time, fellas.
Mm-hmm. I do think we got number 1 right, but number 2,
we got number 2 right.
Where is
Luka
we got in your estimation, real talk, today on this top 10 list? Luke,
it's like we don't really watch Luka. It's just, you know,
where is Luka today on this list?
I had him 4th, and I'm still thinking I had him too high. To be honest with you.
Like you wanted to go lower than 4. Like, are you prepared to go like to 6?
I didn't have D Mitch over him. D Mitch definitely has a great argument to be over.
Is Curry over him?
Where was he on your list?
He was 4th. I had
okay.
Shai, Jokic, and those are my 3 that I had over him.
So D Mitch has a great
D Mitch
argument.
definitely could be over him as well.
Yep. So D Mitch. How about Curry?
No, I'm not doing Curry.
No Curry. You got Joker. KD. No.
Nah.
Mm-mm.
So he probably should have been about that 4 to 6 range is probably about where he should be.
Yeah.
So wait. Because if Luka Doncic isn't one of the best scorers in the NBA anymore, well he is. One of the, yeah, my bad. But I mean, if he's not a top 5 scorer in the NBA anymore, and he's a real grenade launcher, is he even a top 10 player in the league anymore?
This is nasty, man.
He's a top.
This is so nasty, Pete.
I'm not going that far. He's for sure a top 10 player.
This is so nasty, Pete. I'm just saying. Oh, Pete, what else do we do?
Now he may not be like a top 3 to 5 player anymore, like he used to be, once was, but he's
absolutely a top 5 player. My God.
Yes, he is.
He's not for sure just a top 5 player right now.
5. Okay. I know how you feel about Anthony Edwards. I do. I know how you feel about Anthony Edwards, and the way I feel about this, the same way I feel about Donovan Mitchell. The same way. So, if I'm gonna say that about Anthony Edwards, then I have to say that about Donovan Mitchell. However, Luka, just his impact as a bucket getter alone puts him in the top 5. Just his impact as a bucket getter. Now he might be, to Ox's point, a grenade launcher. He might, shoot bad shots, but there aren't many guys on this short list who can score the basketball like Luka. It's not many. Right. So I'm not going to do that and turn this into, I might be able to get Luka at as low as 6. Hell no, it ain't 5 scores in the game.
So if Luka's not a top 5 scorer, which I mean we clearly think he is because he's at number 2, but I'm saying some people don't got him as a top 5 scorer. It's impossible for him to be a top 7 player in the NBA because he don't do shit else.
I mean, well, he's still one of the best passers.
He's not a great passer. Okay,
he's a grenade launcher, and
you could be a grenade launcher and still be a great passer.
I just have a lot of empathy for anyone who has DeAndre Ayton as their center.
And y'all talking about all the turnovers. Y'all
Pen, you and this DeAndre Ayton shit is driving me crazy. I swear.
DeAndre Ayton has been a really good offensive player for majority of the season.
And yes, he has been. He's been really good with the Lakers. Really good. So
now, his defense isn't anything to, brag about, but him as a play finisher is amongst the best at the center position. It really hasn't gotten too much better this year. So I don't
even want to get into DeAndre Ayton as much as I'm siding with Big Ox on this. How it's just crazy how it's all of a sudden became trendy to start hating on Luka Doncic. And you put on, heavy as the head that wears the crown. You put on that purple and gold, you best be ready to get slandered.
Can we stop?
It happened to LeBron James as soon as he put that jersey on. It happened to Kobe.
He played worse than 19. We gotta stop doing this.
It happened to Alex Caruso.
LeBron James was a worse player in 2019.
Happened to Russell Westbrook.
LeBron James was a worse player in
KCP.
2019 than he was in 2018. That was just a fact. And remember
when Dwight went over there with Kobe?
Right now is a worse player than he was.
Because he got hurt, real talk. Because before that groin injury, he was rolling.
Remember when Dwight went over there to Kobe?
I agree. It had something
to do with
before
that groin injury, he was rolling.
But chill. When he got back from injury, he
was
worse. It had nothing to do with the Lakers. He was the worst player.
Then in 2019, in the 2019-2020 season,
and then he
started rolling again. Yes, he started rolling again.
We said he was the best player in the world in 2020. It's not about the Lakers. Luka Doncic is objectively playing worse. That's why it
happened to AD.
I don't know why people just use the word objectively to lie.
Right?
So Luka's not worse than he was in 2024
through
now.
Luka's first
Don't
20
put me
games.
On the big screen. Have this lying ass nigga explain. Please tell me how Luka Doncic is not playing worse than he was.
You know what? I got something better for you.
Please.
That's not subjective neither, Penn, by the way.
Please tell me.
Please ask the question again.
Tell me how Luka Doncic is not playing worse than he played in 2024.
We're all ears.
The line better. He has a worse supporting cast. He's adjusting to new teammates. He has
you already bullshitting, but go ahead.
No, I'm not. He is getting to the line better. He's not getting to the line better.
No, he's grifting. You're right about that. Go ahead.
He's not better inside two. He's not better inside the arc. He's not more efficient from 2. He's just having a cold shooting season. I just want to remind you, real talk, that through the first 20 games, remove the last 4. Through the first 20 games, Luka Doncic is averaging 35 points per game. Okay. 35.
Yeah, he's shooting 12 free throws a game.
So
okay, so again, so did your argument just go back to, oh, he's averaging 35? Is that your argument? Is why he's playing better than
I see how
now than
teams are
24?
guarding. I see how teams are guarding him. What do you mean? So 35 points per game is not nothing. I mean, I've sat up here
didn't say
as
it
people have
wasn't.
tried to explain to me that volume complicates efficiency. Okay, cool. Well, I see that Luka is on a team that is not very deep, that has a lot of funky offensive players that do not provide a ton of space for him. And yeah, the turnovers are high and the efficiency might not be where you want it to be, and the shooting luck and variance, whatever. I don't think he just magically forgot how to shoot threes, but I think the force that he puts on the opposing defense is definitely top three. I don't understand how you could possibly watch this team and claim to know basketball and then be sitting up here acting like Luka Doncic is not clearly a top 5 player, or at least a top 5 offensive player.
Because he's not playing like a top 5 player, and we're not going to blame. This is what I absolutely hate about these arguments about these upper echelon players, and how, oh my goodness, they're playing worse because the team around them is a worse supporting cast. That is not typically how being an elite basketball player works. Actually, what actually ends up happening.
What did I just hear about that?
Excuse me. I just let you talk. I just let you talk.
You didn't let me do shit. Don't talk to me like that. You're not gonna little bro me, bro.
Ben, I'm not little broing you. You're in your own head because you think
I
in your mind
you talk.
that you're
Get out that hat.
Get out your
to be fair, we are letting you talk.
Get out your feelings.
You are letting me talk.
Yeah, the show.
Get out your feelings. Get out your feelings. I know you want to.
Rod is letting you talk.
I know you want to dub against me. It's still not going to work. So Luka Doncic,
you are walking L, bro.
Yeah, no facts.
You
but
wake up in the morning, L.
I'm a dub
take
against
a shower,
you.
L.
Yeah, I'm a dub against you. I'm a dub against you.
Look down at the weight scale.
All right, real talk. The point that you were making.
Talk about his weight.
He did talk about my weight. Hey, you have mold growing in that.
Ron, you suck.
Anyway,
Ron. Just so you know, Ron. You suck.
I'm asking real talk to give his opinion.
Hey, real talk. It went from Luka's season to your scale.
Because real talk said I'm gonna let you talk.
Real talk. You were making a point. Real talk.
I'm making a point.
You were making a point. Real talk.
Being on a worse team actually should make you a better player as far as your production. That doesn't mean you as an individual player gets worse. The fact is, I'll bring up Nikola Jokic. Nikola Jokic, ever since Aaron Gordon and Christian Brown have gone down, he's gotten better as a player. He didn't get worse because he's an actual upper echelon player. In December in 2024, when Luka Doncic was out there not having Derek Lively for a lot of that month, haven't traded for Daniel Gafford yet, haven't traded for PJ Washington, he's out there playing with Grant Williams and the likes. Guess what he was averaging? 37.5. Right? He was shooting 38% from 3. He was shooting 57.5% from 2. He was shooting 80% from the free throw line, and he averaged 9 rebounds and 11 assists during that time as well. He was a more efficient player. He was a more accurate player, while his production also went up while playing with less talent. Your production should go up if you're an elite player, and you should get better when your talent diminishes. It's supposed to get worse. I.e., a Kobe Bryant won his scoring title. Kobe Bryant. I'm not done. I'll let you go. I know you don't care.
I don't care.
Pen.
35
you
a game.
Starting off
35
January 1st,
35
acting like a complete bitch isn't a me problem. That's a you problem.
I'm sorry.
I'm going to get back to what I'm saying.
Being
I'm going to get back to what I'm saying, right? So what I'm saying is he got better when his talent on his team
Mother Nature
got
just
lesser.
throws them
And you're making excuses for him being a worse player because the talent on his team isn't as good when he was a better player with lesser talent in the better year.
Is that fair?
So again, try again.
Is that fair, Pen?
Is what fair?
What he just said.
I just zoned right out.
Because being on a lesser team, that means that I have to do more. That means that I'm going to have to produce more. That means that I'm going to have to shoot more.
He's producing a lot, Cho.
Sure.
He's producing a lot, and they are winning, and they're a great team, and they have no business being a great team.
We've been a mid offense the whole month of December.
Okay, once again, the season did not start on December 1st, and just because you're emotional And because you're a sad Lakers fan right now, you are absolutely emotional.
I'm
That's why you called me a bitch on national
No,
YouTube.
I just think that.
Because you're emotional.
It has nothing to do with my emotions.
Because
Yo,
Mother
real
Nature,
talk.
Wait, real talk.
grows
Hold
from
on.
anywhere.
Ken, you do not get to get talk. You're talking about Luka. You immediately went to his weight to
Exactly.
get personal.
You make
And
an
then he
attack
went
on me,
personal
and then
with
I
you
was
and elevated
you.
it.
I'm being
That's what
emotional.
happened. I'm not for anybody calling anybody a B word, but I'm also not for you taking a direct shot at him personally in the middle of a basketball debate because you don't like what he's saying.
You know what I'm all for?
And you didn't. Oh no! Stop, chill. Could you do this?
Bro, you
don't
can look
save
at the
him.
weight too,
And
bro.
then on the other end, when it came to having a basketball discussion, you didn't like the way he said we're letting you talk. You then got emotional about you thinking, "Oh, who are you to let me talk?"
Exactly.
This is the show.
I'm
Everyone
not listening
gets
to you, bro. You
Ron is the host.
you
At the end of
yelled
the day,
for 2
I
hours.
might be a very dominant personality when you get up here, like everybody else.
You're
says.
not dominant.
Well, guess what,
Passive-aggressive.
Ron? Because that's what I mean.
Dominant.
Like domineering. You know,
You're not dominant.
But then, okay,
You
well, I
just
guess I'm not
scream real
dominant.
loud.
But that's what I'm saying. Penn wants to make a bad joke. I'm trying to make a point. Ron is the host. He allowed me to talk. But I didn't call him a B word. I didn't talk about his weight. You immediately brought up his weight because you were losing. That's sucker stuff. You do that, and then you tried to point at him.
You brought up his weight.
You bring up my weight.
You're getting emotional.
You brought up his weight. You brought up his weight too.
That's crazy. Well, guess what?
You know what?
With all this being said,
no, I'm not sure. You ain't saying nothing.
You know what?
Matter of fact,
that's why you two are two peas in the pod.
Hey, real talk. Put real talk back on the screen.
You literally made
this is what real talk. This is what Penn mad at.
2 hours ago.
This is what Penn mad at. Real talk. This is what Penn mad at. That when you get to be 45 years old, he's gonna be pissed. See that begrudging thing up there? That's that face. This is how you look. Okay?
I'm
can't
sorry.
be unhappy all the time, and this is what you're gonna look like at 45 years old. You're gonna have a big old chili bowl, all them freckles and whatnot in your face. You're gonna have a bunch of pimples everywhere. That's what unhappiness does to you. Smile, be happy, talk basketball. You won't have to worry about looking like this at 45, talking about Real Talk's weight. At least Real Talk can get in the gym and change his behavior. You just mean. Being mean, that's something you can't fix. You need to get intervention. Get on the scale. Get on the scale, Real Talk. I'll get on there with you. We're going to work out this summer.
Since we're on the subject of talking basketball,
I'm not even
on the scale together.
Since we're on the subject of talking basketball,
together.
Penn, since we're on the subject of talking basketball, Real Talk made a point about a guy's production.
We don't care, chill. We want to talk weight. We want to talk about who moves the most weight up here. We want to talk about who got the best jokes up here. It is the new year, y'all. Welcome to the panel. We back in full effect.
I have a receding hairline, but I haven't lost any hair.
We live.
And you lost all your hair like poof when you were 12 years old.
This is how we start the new year.
Ass.
I know this is your man, Ox.
You're kidding me, man.
But when I see this dude, we are boxing. It is on sight when I see this dude. When you saw us in Phoenix, soon as I see him, it's gonna be worse than that. Wait till I see him.
Chill. Check it out. Look, you gonna see me, you gonna run the other way.
Wait till I see this dude.
Because I've been in the lab, nigga. Believe me.
I don't care about that.
But either way it goes, though, we got to get to these super chats. Though,
as you were saying, Ron.
That's the real reason why we have to move forward. I would love for everybody to keep cracking jokes and going back and forth and sneak dissing and all of that. But we got a $50 super chat from Teddy Hart. Teddy said, Joel should thank Kendrick Perkins for pulling the race card on national television, scaring voters away from rightly awarding Jokic the MVP that year. Even as a black guy, I thought that was nasty. Should have been Joker in 23, SGA in 24. Bron deserved it in 06 and 11.
That's like one of them the Twitter bots Real Talk when they be like, hey, as a black guy, I think that Barack Obama was bad for the country. It's like, I don't know if you got to announce that, but shout out. Yeah, I think it was a robbery too, but whatever. We don't, it is what it is. Shout out to
it was nasty that he brought that up. Though.
Wait, you thought
it was nasty.
It was nasty
he was robbed?
It was.
Yeah, I mean that year, I do think that
information
definitely shifted the
Here's the thing,
I didn't know that.
The fact that he won
before he just said that, I didn't know that Swiper thought that Jokic was robbed for MVP.
Well, he had a
Is that another joke that fell through?
Pin, but he had a legit case.
It's not a joke. I'm legitimately shocked out of my mind that you are up here presenting new information to us.
Well, given the context clues of our relationship, Real Talk, that sounds like a joke that
yes, but you know what? It is kind of. I hate that he went, to the racial.
I told you to load manage your mic like 2 hours ago.
The corny.
Wait, hold on. But who are you to tell me to load manage, brother?
Yeah, who are you to tell?
The corny thing is, Penn, is that Joel Embiid won the league MVP, and that's the narrative why he won it. When in reality, we're taking away from how awesome he was that year.
And the fact that Kendrick Perkins brought up the race thing, which is nonsense, because now what he making it sound like is, well, the reason why Larry Bird won them league MVPs was because he was white. No, it wasn't. He won them league MVPs because he was awesome. The reason why Dirk Nowitzki won the league MVP in 2007 because he was awesome. It had nothing to do with him being white. Zero.
Well, no, remember he said that there's, what did he say? There's only 3 MVPs, not to be top 10 in scoring or something like that. The win, it was like Nash and it was Dirk, but he left out Magic. Because obviously Magic was the same thing.
Like when Magic won the league MVP, wasn't 18th in the league in scoring, some nonsense like that. What are we doing?
Hey, I'm glad somebody knows this. Somebody got the reference to Jamie Foxx. Wipe it. It's your conscience, man. I'll be your conscience the rest of the show.
Please don't. Be your own conscience.
Can you talk about Luka now? Do we have to talk about real talk?
Can we rewind the tape when you were talking about real talks jelly rolls
conscience.
like 2 hours ago?
Yeah,
Being a fucking hypocrite right now, shut your mouth.
Ask Swiper for help. I'm your conscience.
Bro, I ain't asking you for help.
Masinko is the whole chat's conscience with this next super chat. Masinko said Quentin Grimes at the end of the year had a higher 2K rating than Dirk did in the 2011 championship playoffs.
That's crazy.
Off the 2011 championship.
Wait, what was Dirk then? Like 86, 85?
Damn.
Has nothing to do with discussion, but Penn is right. LOL.
They had Dirk as a mid-range merchant and nothing else.
But hold on, no, because 2K changes their rating. I'm not saying that it's not nasty, but every year 2K changes their rating basis. So some years 2K will have 99s. Some year the highest player.
Who wore it better?
That's a good joke. That's a good joke. You landed one. That was really good. I like that one. I've been calling that before, so you don't get points for that one, but that was good. I like that one.
Penn, do it again.
I like that one.
Do it again.
Maximize it.
Why do one more
again,
time,
Penn?
please?
Why?
Hey,
Penn,
do your little trick, Penn. Do your little trick, Penn.
What's my trick?
That's a good one, bro. I like that one. That was good. That was funny. I laughed.
Yeah, that even made me crack a smile. I'm not gonna lie.
Penn, you know what? Hey, growing up, listening to your friends, it works, brother. Advice always helps us.
All right, Jordan Reed with another super chat. Jordan Reed said, it was a lot of good games last night, but the Hawks put BTA to the Wolves.
Yes,
it was so bad that Ant left the bench early in the fourth quarter.
Yes,
did you see Jalen Johnson, by the way, is one of 6 players ever to average 25-point triple-double for a month?
I did see Jalen Johnson, but according to people up here, he's just padding stats, and he's not really hooping like that.
Nobody said he's stat pad up here. You never heard that, Ron. Who said that he has stat pad?
Somebody just said that yesterday. What are
you
chill? Do you listen? Do you listen?
I definitely listen.
Real talk.
Chill. Go put your Raycons on.
I definitely listen. And
on Tuesday, Jordan was just up here saying that, and M-Tail was up here co-signing it. I want to say Penn co-signed it too. Did you co-sign that, Penn?
Yeah, of course.
Yes, they said that he's just up here trying to log triple doubles. And I'm like, what are you guys talking about? Jalen Johnson is like that.
I said the same thing. I tweeted out the same thing because I was watching that Minnesota game. And I'm like, look, I know y'all are saying Jalen Johnson is overrated and everything like that. Every time I watch Jalen Johnson play, he be hooping. I don't know. He be hooping. I don't know what y'all every time I see him play. I don't know.
I don't know if he's a number one option, face of a franchise. I don't know that, but I know he be hooping. That's all I know.
Either way though, even if he was, let's say he was stat padding on those games that was losing, what Drench was talking about the other day, or Drench or Penn, one of y'all said that. I don't even care. Like, yeah, y'all might be losing, man. Let that young man go out there and shoot the basketball. You know what I'm saying? Instead of losing by 30, we'll lose by 20. You'll go ahead and shoot. To me, I'm not even calling that stat padding, and if you are calling it stat padding, I don't care. Jalen, keep stat padding. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's a great player.
But also too though, like why are we getting off the narrative that it's harder to score in the fourth quarter if your team is down 20 than it would be to score in the first quarter if the score is tied? You think guys are just gonna let you go out there and just get buckets?
Man, it depends what kind of defense you're seeing.
But not for sure. But it doesn't matter if it's a second string. You're still playing an NBA level defense.
Got more energy.
I mean, it definitely matters. It definitely matters.
And dudes, no, but here's what I'm trying to say though. But it's damn near. And y'all might not like this. Y'all might hate this. Y'all might say Ron's giving another bad take. But it's damn near harder to score than big guys who got something to prove than on these NBA starters who are just out there playing matador defense.
Especially at
this
the end
dude
of
is out here.
game.
yeah, this dude is out here fighting for minutes. I'm not finna let Jalen Johnson just come and score 15 points in the fourth quarter on me. Nah, I'm gonna take my fouls. I'm gonna sit down. I'm proving my worth in the NBA. So like it doesn't matter if you're up 30. If Jalen Johnson gives you 30, 15, and 10, and they lost by 30, so he still gave you 30, 15, and 10. Would y'all feel the same way if they won by 30? Would y'all feel the same way if they won by 10 or won by 1 or lost by 1? It's still an NBA game. It's still 48 minutes.
I never subscribed to the stat pad and stuff. That stuff goes out there, especially considering Atlanta. They ain't in any position to lose games. They trying to win games. So he's doing everything that he can to help them win games. Everything.
Penn, you ever
Swiper, you were about to say something? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Have you ever never mind.
Stop, Swiper. Enough already.
I was just gonna respond. That's all I was saying.
Here we go. As you were saying.
No, you can respond. You have my consent. Go ahead.
Chill, not letting you get your diss off. That's crazy.
No, go ahead.
He just dropped ether on you. Now you can't respond, but it's all good. Bob Solo said.
No.
Sorry,
wait.
Long night last
You've been
night.
laughing about this for about 3-4 minutes. You've been throwing it around.
all,
go ahead. Just go for it.
It's all good.
Go for
Bob
it.
Bob Solo said, I want to hear this. You talking as if you know. Swiper, let's have this convo. I will pay to prove you wrong. Let's talk about how working less in sports is rewarding. That's the question. Go New York, go.
I think that's the issue is we look at working in the NBA as simple games. Working in the NBA is everything that means working in the NBA. So practices, treatment, media responsibilities, all that. So games are probably 30% of what their responsibility is, but it's the biggest portion, obviously. But like, there's a lot of things they have to do on a day-to-day basis that thing.
I mean, isn't that also true for like a lot of like corporate jobs? So like when you leave the office, if you're a manager or anything like that, you still have to get stuff together when you're at home. You still have to I mean.
There's also a reason why I'm the manager. I worked myself up to that position. Not everybody was handed the managerial position, Swiper. Not everybody was handed the CEO position, Swiper. A lot of people worked.
I didn't say everybody.
I didn't say,
but the richest people in the world are,
what you're insinuating is that a lot of rich people were given that opportunity.
Yeah, I think 57 people, you can look this up, 57 people in the United States hold half the wealth in the United States.
And the other
it's going to be 58 at the end of this year.
Is Oprah Winfrey one of them?
She might be. She's top 100 for sure. I don't know if she qualified
for
57.
worked her ass off to get to where she is. Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
All right, fellas. The next super chat is from Teddy Hart yet again. Teddy Hart said, I know this wouldn't happen, but if I was Denver, I'd enter Jokic into games during the final 10 seconds of the fourth. He'd take a stats hit, but retain eligibility.
So then he would be at like what on the year like 20, 10 and 6.
They're gonna do that at the end of the season with Joker. But to be honest with you, knowing who Joker is and knowing how much he wants to play, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually went to management.
Somebody read one of my articles.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he went to management earlier, Swiper, and started nudging him like, "Yo, I'm ready to go."
Bro, he ain't about to be out no month, bro.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the same thing.
Hey, Swiper, I was gonna poke fun at this super chat. But it ain't nothing funny about the super chat. Hey, salute to you, brother. Like writing is for real. If you write and if you can articulate your thoughts on a paper or in an article or whatever, like that's some dope shit. Shout out to Damien. Shout out to everybody that writes. Shout out to J Rob. He's a writer too. Like if you do that, like salute to you. I don't got nothing but respect to you.
Yeah, Rom, we can. You know what? Funny enough, I'll say this. I think you can write a book one day when you do your entrepreneur stuff. I actually think
I wrote a book already.
I think you should do e-classes personally. That's just me. I'm not joking. You're doing this saying something.
I'm not joking either.
I know you've written. I think you should definitely do some e-classes on entrepreneurship because I didn't know what I was doing until I was like 30, 31. So I was behind the game a little bit.
All right. Jordan Reed said, so what about the Steve Nash MVPs? What about them, fellas?
Yeah, what about them?
What about them?
They were.
I think they were deserved. Yeah,
yes, man.
I do think that they were deserved. Real talk. I know how you feel about Bryant. I get it. I understand.
He deserved the 05 one. I'll definitely give that to him. He did not.
The 05 was the worst one.
No, 06 is the worst.
He averaged 15 and 11.
Stat watcher.
Meanwhile, it's coming from the dude who brings up true shooting and plus minus.
Yeah, he was also. I think I logged this too. I think in the games chill that he took over. I think it was like 20 field goals a game. Like he increased his efficiency over that year. I think it was like 25 games that year or something like that. If I remember, it was the same year correctly. He was like a phenomenal all the way around.
Didn't Phoenix win like 64 games that year?
60? Yeah, they were crazy.
They won like 64 games that year. They were what, third in the league or second in the league in offense or something like that?
No, they were first by far.
So that was the 7-second label. Number one in the league in offense. Give me a break, man. And he was responsible for almost all of that.
Nah, somebody said Chill's down swiping now. No, he don't.
Kobe was over there playing with Smith Parker, Kwame Brown, and got them to the playoffs. And they were top 3.
He was responsible for almost all their offense. That doesn't
So
mean.
was Amari Stoudemire.
Okay,
so was Amari Stoudemire.
Yes, sir. 100%.
You know what? So was Amari Stoudemire.
Yes, and Amari Stoudemire.
And he was responsible.
What about when he didn't have Amari though, Ron?
Which was the next year.
That was the next year. I'm talking about this year. I'm talking about 15 and 11.
You said that was the worst one.
I'm just saying.
And he had Amari
what I'm
Stoudemire.
talking about. The 15 and the next year he didn't have Amari Stoudemire.
Right.
The
And then
first
what happened?
MVP when he. Oh, okay. Second one we could talk about that and say like these are 2 different MVPs.
Sure.
So let's talk about the first one.
Which one are you talking about, Ron?
I'm talking about the first one.
The one we
Okay,
beat
05.
Shaq.
Okay, 05.
The one we beat
I'm talking about the year where Steve Nash averaged 15 and 11.
Yep.
50, 40, 90. All right.
Yep.
Beautiful. Amazing. Amari Stoudemire averaged 26 points, top 5 in the league in scoring, 9 rebounds, and on top of that, he shot a great percentage from the field.
But
too.
he was the.
And
But hold on,
that,
Ron. But he was the number 1 player in the number 1 seed in the West.
Who was the number 1? Yeah, Amari Stoudemire was. I agree.
No.
So he should have won MVP.
No.
Amari
Steve
Stoudemire
Nash
should
was
have won
the best
MVP.
player on the number 1 seed in the Western Conference.
No. Amari Stoudemire was the best player on the number 1 seed.
Okay.
He wasn't,
Hey, chill.
No. But no. Swipe it.
Real talk.
Swipe it. He averaged. Stay swipe it. He averaged more points. He averaged more rebounds. He averaged more yada 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 yada.
Latest White.
Love y'all. Y'all are great people. Shout out to y'all, man.
See you soon, bro.
All right, man.
Hey,
See you in
Happy New Year to everybody.
26. Yes, sir.
I hate it when you do this, Swiper. Yeah, for 2 hours and then leave before the super chats are over.
We see what type of friend you are, Swiper. Bye. Dub Ball Out Highlights.
He's going to be back in a minute.
Dub Ball Out Highlights said, Happy New Year's, everyone. Y'all have great ball conversations, but man, when y'all go back and forth with each other, it's generational great entertainment.
That's what we're here for. Yeah, that's what we're here for.
We got generational great entertainment.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
I didn't know that.
We like to have fun up here, man. So I always tell people when, sometimes when I make a take and then somebody comments on it like, oh, I can't believe I said this. And like, you let me have fun at work, bro. Like I'm not gonna everything I say for 3 hours isn't gonna be just 100% serious.
I'm not gonna hate my job, Ox. I'm with Ox on that. I'm not coming to work and hating my job.
You gotta let me enjoy my job sometimes, man.
Because if I don't, then
I'm allowed to have fun, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we generational though.
Yes.
I don't know about we, Ron, but we.
Yeah. You might not be in that conversation.
I don't know about we, but we.
Yeah.
I know I talked that shit about Keith Bogans, but hey, I don't gotta be Derrick Rose. I can be Keith Bogans. Like, hey, we were the number 1 seed. We were the best team in the conference. You feel me? Reginald Deborah sent through a super chat.
I got love for Keith.
Reginald Deborah said, speaking of that, we just see Keith Bogans. Just a second ago. Reginald Deborah said, Happy New Year to everyone, and especially my boy, Obi-Wan Kenobi. That statement you made about the Grizzlies moving to Nashville made me realize you a real one. Also, Scotty Bum sucks.
That is an emotional roller coaster.
Meanwhile, your favorite player is garbage.
That's all good, man. Scotty just became the first Raptor in Raptors history to have 2 triple-doubles in 3 games. Also, I don't have a whiteboard. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of an artist, but I didn't have a whiteboard.
You know it was coming, Ox. You knew it was coming.
You knew it was coming, right?
Yes, he was not getting off this.
You know what? I got to look into my future. Apparently, I got a receding hairline. I look very sad. I look very miserable.
But
so I have to tell you, I got to look at Swiper's entire future. Here you go. You got you got turkey. You got turkey. You got analytics. You got a gym for all the weight loss. You got Nikola Jokic there. And you got a soft launch to the OnlyFans. There you go. Swiper, enjoy, man. Enjoy your life.
Hey, Pitt, send that to
apparently
me.
I'll see you. Apparently, I see your ass in Turkey.
Send that to me, Penn. We need that so we can promote our panelists properly.
Absolutely.
What do you mean you'll see his ass in Turkey? Because you just said he launched.
He's
not. I said apparently
Swiping not going to Turkey. He got that Beyonce stuff. Remember?
I know for a fact that at Christmas, my favorite cousin is Real Talk. I ain't coming to the family gathering if Real Talk ain't there. Nah. And if he not there, I'm getting on the phone. Where you at? Why you ain't here right now? That's what I'm doing.
Swiper has texted me. He has said that this is Penn in his off time. I didn't want him.
Hold on, wait. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Real talk. I didn't see that. I didn't see that. Yo, Swiper, send it to me. I didn't see it. Swiper.
Fire. He does not. He did not put the
Swiper, I did not see it. Send it to me. I did not see that.
Penn is not a part of the Pitchfork and Fire group. Penn is not a part of the Pitchfork and Fire group. Ain't no way. Hell no. I ain't buying that. I am not buying that Penn as part of the Pitchfork and Fire group.
Oh, he just sent me some. It was just 3 words.
No,
he said naked mole rat.
Oh man,
that's crazy.
Y'all better.
Swipe is out of pocket, man. Hey, Swipe
y'all
are
better.
Swipe needs some help. Well, all right, Animatic.
Y'all blaming me in the chat? I got told that he's right here.
Real talk. This is 100%. This is your fault. Yes, absolutely.
Animatica Studios said in the 25-26 season, or in 25-26, Jaylen Brown has been a top 4 player in the league, and we talk about what OKC is without Shea, and Denver without Jokic. What about Boston without JB? How has Ant been a better scorer, let alone player?
I don't know if I hate
it's next man up. It's next man up. Without JB, then it's Derek White's time. He gonna carry the squad. I mean, they just got straight ballers over there.
Good luck with that.
Without him, it's Peyton Pritchard.
They've been having good luck, Chill.
Mm-hmm. Hey, without Peyton Pritchard, come on, Jordan Walsh. Let's get it.
They've had some good fortune. Mm-hmm.
Deleted 9202 said, I agree with this first sentence. He said, Swiper is a hater, yo. If Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown is having great seasons, leading his team to historical high offenses, second to the Nuggets offense, the credit always goes to the team.
But if the Nuggets is rolling, it's Joker.
I do appreciate Ox how he always call it out. Like he always call out the bullshit. He'd be like, here comes the bullshit. Ox, why you look surprised? You do call out the bullshit. I will tell you this entire thing started because I put Luka over Jokic in my scorers list. That's it. The minute the whole energy changed, man. That's some sucker shit.
I agree with you. I just know things are a little touch and go right now. So when I hear my name, I'm kind of just like, hold on.
That's your fault.
Ox, like, I don't even own candles, bro.
Yeah, I'm just chilling right now, bro.
I'm just waiting the clock out. I just on the clock. You know what I'm saying?
I only want to get involved right now.
Animatica Studios said, we need Mars back. Embiid fries Jokic as a scorer. Should have 3 MVPs. Also, Duncan a better defender, rebounder, athlete, screen setter, more versatile, finisher, post-up player, and more efficient than 24.
He's quite literally not
24.
more efficient.
What 24 is he talking about?
He's not more efficient.
He's not.
You're not talking about Kobe?
Yeah, he's talking about Bryant.
You're not talking about he's not a better athlete.
He's not more versatile either. I don't know.
He is not a better athlete than Bryant. I'm not doing that. Hell no.
More versatile than what? No.
Yeah, I'm not taking no 24 disrespect. Now you want to disrespect 8, fine. I hate that nigga. But you know what I'm saying? I don't go for no 24 disrespect.
I'll take some 24 disrespect. Leave 8 up out of this.
Hell
8
nah.
was the one, boy.
Hated that.
Hey,
nigga,
8
man.
was him.
Fucking demon.
All right, the next super chat I got is from J-Mo Fit. J-Mo said, how is Cade carrying the Pistons to a number 1 seed, not the exception like Westbrook, Joker, or D Rose? Jalen Duren's the second leading scorer, scoring only 18.
The reason why he's
he
not
said this before we got into that conversation too, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
The reason why
Go ahead, Chill.
the reason why he's not the exception because Detroit is a really good team. That's why. And they made the playoffs last year. The Oklahoma City Thunder lose KD. Not only do they lose KD, they lose Ibaka. That team was supposed to be garbage. And he threw them on their back and took that team in the Nightmare Western Conference to the playoffs. Those two things are not the same. No, absolutely not.
I just want to put this out there. I have no problem with Cade Cunningham winning MVP. The same way I had no problem with Derrick Rose winning MVP. I'm not saying Cade is better than Jokic, Giannis, SGA, or Luka, or whoever else you may think is better than him. And whoever else, that's fine. If the Detroit Pistons win 60-plus games, 65, let's just say 65. Just to throw a high number out there.
Yep.
If they win 65 games and they hand Cade Cunningham the MVP, you earned it, Cade.
Did Shea get hurt?
You earned it. Regardless of what happened.
If Shea's eligible, he should win.
For sure.
He should actually win unanimously if he's eligible.
No doubt. And if they win, you're right. If they win 70-plus games, it got to go to Shea. And but it's kind of the same argument both ways. Now I know Shea is playing a bit better than Cade, but for me it's the same argument both ways. If you got the best team in the league, or if you have the best team in your conference and you're playing at a tip top elite level, you got action at that MVP.
Well, let's not act like it's not close. I'm talking about standing. I'm talking about team standing. Let's not act like Detroit's 25-8, and OKC is 20. In OKC, but OKC is 28-5. So it's like OKC's won only 3 more games than Detroit.
Yeah,
let's not act. Let's
29.
Let's not.
Okay, so
let's not act like Detroit not on their ass as far as that goes.
Yeah.
Hey, Penn, I'm
not saying I got Cade for MVP. I'm not saying that. I'm just throwing that out there.
But if he does win it, it won't be because they won way more games. To Ox's point, no.
Oh no, but that'll be similar to 2016. Like the Spurs won 67 games, but Steph, rightly so in my opinion, won the award unanimously, and I think Shea should win the award unanimously.
Yeah, but the thing about it is Shea also has that. He got that winning factor in his back pocket too.
And he's playing better.
The Warriors did that year as well. So it's the same. It's low key the same thing. Yeah.
Steph played better than Kawhi, and his team was better, and then it was like a historic season. All of that together, that should be winning unanimously. But again, that's if like Jokic doesn't qualify, if he doesn't play.
Kawhi Leonard was the best defender we'd ever seen since Scottie Pippen.
I just think Jalen Brunson gets a little bit lost in this conversation.
Kevin Garnett.
Nah, but Penn, what I was going to say is I'm going to keep the same energy. If the Knicks finish at the top of the conference, other than Shea, Jalen Brunson should be the headline for MVP.
Kawhi wasn't a better defender.
I'm going to keep the same exact energy.
Kawhi wasn't a better defender. Kawhi wasn't a better defender than what Dwight Howard was in 3 years. And sit there and say he was. And sit there and say he was. I dare you. Sit there and say he was. Sit there and say
a lying son of a. You know what?
Run him out.
Lying son of a.
He absolutely was.
You see what you did?
It's hard to compare those positions.
I'm telling the truth. I'm just telling the truth.
You see what you did, Joe Cool?
I said.
Chill off.
I said Kevin Garnett in the chat. So.
You like Kawhi because like the on ball stuff too. Are you somebody that values keeping the ball in front?
That's what defense is.
That's what defense is. Okay, got you. Well, is he better at that than Tony Allen?
I would say similar. I'd say very similar.
Okay. Is he better at that than Drew?
Very similar. Very similar. And on top of that, it's just the size. Kawhi was much bigger. You know what I'm saying? Much bigger and has a different. Even if he did get beat by a smaller guy, the ability to recover is always there. But yeah, Kawhi Leonard kept the ball in front of him just as well as Avery Bradley, Drew Holiday, Tony Allen. He kept the ball in front of him just as well as those guys did, I think, and had a better ability to recover and a better ability to play down on the block in transition. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
Is he better at that than Davion Mitchell?
Because he's just so much bigger. It's easier. I mean, when you're that big and able to move laterally, it's easier to keep the ball in front of you to a certain extent, unless except for when you're playing those 6'1", 6'2" super fast point guards. Yeah, You know what I'm saying? Because if like for instance Davion Mitchell, it's going to be harder for Davion Mitchell to keep Jason Tatum in front of him just because of size. You know what I mean? Jason Tatum can do certain things, spin off you, certain things to Davion Mitchell that he can't do to Kawhi Leonard just because of strength and size.
Yeah, I think there's an advantage to getting lower into someone's handle. Like just for the same reason, I don't think the best matchup for Wemby is a 7-footer. I actually think it's OG Anunoby. Like I would put OG on him, so it's just to disrupt his handle and to get into it's to make these defenses all about disruption and trying to make people uncomfortable. And like when you're 7'5" or 7'2", it's hard to go up against someone who's so stocky. So Davion gets a lot of points just watching him play because you're 6'8" and you think you're supposed to be able to move him, but you can't move him because he's so strong. Yeah, but also he gets underneath your handle.
That's why when you a defender, when you see somebody playing defense, that's why you say, man, he's sitting down, because the great defenders know how to get low and get under you. And even a guy that as big as Kawhi Leonard, he would, at his heyday of playing defense, he was getting low,
for sure.
Legend is here. 1, 2, 3 said Ant out here getting blown out by 20 plus, but it's never his fault. But Luka loses like this, and he starts getting put in Brunson K talks. Damn.
That's fair.
It's about how you individually play. So if Ant plays well and his team loses, it's not an Ant problem.
First 20 games, 35 points per game.
So
efficient.
It's not just the first 20 games, just like you told me the season doesn't start in December. The season
he's played 24 games total. I'm talking about the first 20 games, and you're like, well, that doesn't matter. That's 80% of the season, man.
For the whole month of November and December, both months now, he was under 60% true shooting for the entirety of those months. He was under 45% from the field for the entirety of those months. He was under 33% from three for the entirety of those months.
Okay, so would you rather that he cut his volume down by 25% and raise his efficiency up by 5%? Is that what you're going at?
Is that a guarantee for Luka Doncic?
If he cut down his volume,
we think he's going to be more efficient, just automatically.
If he's more discerning about his shot attempts, yeah, because what you're ignoring is some of his efficiency is also because he is the bailout for an offensive team that is not very offensively talented. There are not a lot of guys who can do a lot with the basketball when Austin Reeves is not on the court, when LeBron's not on the court. Like, who are you throwing it to?
A lot of those games he did play with Austin Reeves.
Yes.
Right. Is Rui Hachimura not one of the best spot shooters in the entire association? Has DeAndre Ayton not been one of the best play finishing bigs in the league? So what do you mean? What do you mean a lack of offensive talent? He has a number 2 that's averaging 30 on like +8. He has one of the best pick and roll partners in the league while being a dominant, a ball dominant pick and roll player. What are you talking about? It's not the greatest offensive talent. I'm not saying that, but it definitely isn't like.
Here's an actual question for you, because I'm not even trying to like go at you with this. Like, if you could have a great second option to Luka, what would that player be? Would it be Austin Reeves?
It would be another ball handling player that could be good off ball. So that kind of archetype. Austin hasn't been a great catch and shoot player this year, not yet. Hopefully that turns around. But again, I saw Luka Doncic. That's why I was debating in the 24 year. I saw him play with lesser talent and be better than this. So that's why that argument to me is.
I just don't think like this is lesser talent.
No. The Mavs were a worse team before those trades than this Lakers team. Absolutely.
All right, fellas. The next super chat I got is from Outcast 00. Outcast says, salute to the panel. Dub Chill, Big Ox, Real Talk, Swiper, and White Swiper. White Swiper. Is he calling Swiper white?
No, he's calling me White Swiper.
Oh. Okay. Elron. Swiper, you think Tari can do an AG type 3-point resurgence? He's been a sniper.
Tari Eason?
Hasn't Tari been going crazy from 3 this year, right? He the Rockets' leading 3-point shooter.
He is. He's shooting is he still shooting like 52% from 3?
48%. God
48?
damn, Tari.
Yeah,
on what volume?
Now you worried about volume.
Now
you basketball.
Over his last 5 games. So over his last 5 games, 3 for 3, 1 of 5, 1 of 5, 2 for 3, 1 for 3.
Over half of his shots come from behind the 3-point line.
He making 2 threes a game.
Yeah, 2 for 4.
He making 1.8 threes per game.
Okay, like how many minutes does he actually play? He averages 10 attempts. So he averages 19 attempts per 100 possessions, and he averages.
I just hate when y'all get to talk about percentage. I hate when y'all do that Angel Reese thing that you do, Penn.
What Angel Reese thing?
What Angel Reese thing?
Yeah, what Angel Reese thing?
Oh, so you don't remember that? All right.
I've said a lot of things about Angel Reese.
Nah.
I'm trying to do the Angel Reese thing.
Yeah, I heard
that.
Hey, I heard that.
She been in Toronto lately. She been in Toronto lately.
I heard that, but to keep it respectful, the chat know what I'm talking about, Penn. That's all that matters. I'm here for the chat, and they know what I'm talking about. They remember that shit.
All right. The next super chat is from Unlimited Z Hoop Talks. Unlimited Z said Embiid won because the 76ers had a better record, and he played phenomenal.
Better record by 1 game.
Hey,
fair.
1, 10, 2, 20. Better is better.
Yeah. Also, Embiid was the better scorer that year. Like plus 9.
Embiid's always been the better scorer. Shad Skeet every platform. Shad Skeet on every platform said, and do you know before Braun got there, they were the 5th seed and lost 4-1 to Boston in the first round? Talking about the Miami Heat.
Fair.
LeBron didn't arrive by himself. He also came with another all NBA player, caliber player, like that year.
And y'all know that's not how it works too. It's kind of actually similar to what's going on with the Lakers. Like you can, if you have a bad team with a star player, adding another star player doesn't just take them from this to this. When you put those 2 forces together, you go from this and you jump up 2, 3, 4 tiers.
If the forces actually work together and synergize properly, then yes. But in a lot of cases, people think that you take 3 guys who average 25 points per game and you just immediately got a championship, and it doesn't always work. Can you give me 3
guys that average 25 plus right now that wouldn't make a team an instant championship contender? Please.
Michael Porter Jr.
Let's put him on. All right, now who's the other 2 guys? Because depending on who you put them with, it could actually be up.
Okay, hold on.
Add the 2 guys.
Let me create a team of 3 guys who are averaging over 25 a game.
But hold up though. Let's find a roster to put them on.
What's the supporting cast?
We're not gonna say the Nets because it's just too many young guys. Like that wouldn't happen. So I failed to agree with that.
But when my starting point guard is Carlos Arroyo,
you take Zion. You take Zion off the Pelicans, and you put these 3 guys.
Oh shit, we can leave Zion on there. Now give me two 25-point per game scores.
Oh, so put 2 25-point per games to add to the Pelicans with
Zion? Yeah.
How much Zion right now?
So Zion is the Chris Bosh. He had 30 last
wonderful. Let me create you a big 3 of 3 25-point per game scores that wouldn't win a championship. Jamal Murray, Denny Avdia, Michael Porter Jr. There you go. No championship for you.
He might have cooked right there, Ron. Yeah.
He might have cooked, but wait though, we got to air attack. Wait. We have to air attack. 27 points or more because it's different. Because Chris Bosh and D Wade was up here, and LeBron was obviously through the roof. Now we got to air attacks now. 27 and a half or more.
Hey, but I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Those 3 would actually. I think those 3 would fit well together though. I'm just talking about with Jamal.
Hey, that team would be nasty for real.
Okay, I don't know if they win a championship, but I do think those 3
make the case that this
fit pretty good though.
This team right here, I'm going to put 3 27-point per game scores together. Make the case that this team would beat the OKC Thunder. Tyrese Maxey, Jaylen Brown, Lauri Markkanen.
Oh man, they spanking them niggas. What?
You
see what Tyrese almost did to them last year?
You put Jaylen Brown and Tyrese Maxey on the Jazz?
You
Yeah.
said Tyrese Maxey. I thought you said Tyrese Halliburton. I'm tripping.
No, Maxey, Jaylen Brown, Lauri Markkinen on the Utah Jazz right now. Is that team going to beat the OKC Thunder? Are they going to beat the Denver Nuggets? Are they going to beat? Who are they going to beat?
They take them to 7 the same way the Clippers took them to 7.
Get out of here. In their first year?
Them to 7.
Nah.
Yo, Tyrese, Jalen, and Laurie, that's a squad.
And Laurie better
Crazy
than Chris
squad.
Bosh was. So let's just start there.
What that got to do with LeBron and D Wade though?
Look, LeBron
Also,
and
we
D-Wade
got to
were
remember
amazing.
D Wade and LeBron James. Like, I mean, LeBron is the best player in the league, in my opinion. From 09 to 2011, Dwayne Wade is the third best player in the league.
Look, y'all not gonna lie to me.
And on any given night, Dwayne Wade was outplaying LeBron.
And on any given night, you could pull up any forum and they'd be like, "This big 3 is not really a big 3; it's a big 2.5." So what happened?
Yo, Penn, if you just put Jaylen Brown on the Sixers right now, instead of Paul George,
okay. So you got Embiid, Maxey, Paul, Jaylen Brown. That's your roster. Edgecombe. You're not beating OKC.
You still got Jared.
You're not beating OKC with that team.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie.
with
I
think with 80%, with the Joel Embiid at 80%, man, they giving OKC all they can handle, man.
Joel Embiid at 80% for 35 games.
No, I'm talking about the 7-game series. 7-game series.
And he's gonna survive that 7-game series.
Yeah. I'm just nitpicking the 7-game sample size, just doing what y'all like to do. You know, all that shit y'all do. Filter out garbage minutes, whatever y'all do. Per this, yeah. I think that team might spank them for real. Yo, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Tyrese,
I might have my money on the
Jaylen Brown. You got 80% Joel Embiid.
Because
I don't know, bro. That's a good series. I'm not gonna be the guy that just goes against OKC, but I think that's a good series. Though.
But y'all heard me talk about it before they played the Spurs. And remember, we were talking about who would have the most success against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And remember, we were talking about two teams in specific. We were talking about the Rockets and we were talking about the Spurs. I said the Spurs will be better against them because they have a trio of 3-point guards that can handle that OKC pressure. That's kind of the same thing with the Sixers. You got Jared McCain, Quentin Grimes, Tyrese Maxey, and now you add Jaylen Brown into the fold too. And BJ Edgecombe, like they can handle that pressure. They're not just going to be able to punk those guards and just take the ball away from them. And then on top of that, the cherry on top, Joel Embiid. I don't know.
Something
you also got to remember too, Penn. Joel Embiid right now he's regressed to Jokic, so.
That's amazing. Something that we haven't talked about at all, and I'm pretty sure that we're not going to have like much time to talk about it, but do you realize Shea is almost like a couple of free throws away from 50, 40, 90 right now? While being like, what do you mean so? He's the highest volume scorer in the league, and he's efficient at 50, 40, 90. He's 50, 40, 89 right now. That's crazy.
Bro, Luka's is scoring better than him, 35.
Keep cooking, real talk.
Yeah, but if I break it down per possession,
he's shooting 40% from 3.
Hey,
42.
40 something.
42.
On what volume?
On what volume? Like 5 or 6 a game.
Exactly half the volume of Luka. Literally half.
How many is that?
7 per 100 possessions.
Per game.
How many is he shooting per game? That's what he's gonna ask. Yeah,
5.
Because that's what matters. How many?
Yeah, I know.
It doesn't matter, but okay, 5.
It doesn't matter.
Mr. Pitt.
What the hell be out here doing, bro? Can't even talk about a basketball game.
Hey, Mr. Penn. Mr. Penn, can you please allow me to read the super chats?
Yeah, for sure.
I just want to know this one thing. I just want to know this one thing. What makes it? What word in the formula makes it a rate stat? Is it the 100 or is it the word per?
Per.
Okay, so per game is also a rate stat then, technically.
Yes. Of course.
So then
why don't you go no. Why does everything have to be equal? These are different. Everything is different. Okay, everything is different. The game style, everything is different. So if per is what makes it a stat, then a rate stat, then per game is a rate stat. The thing is,
why wouldn't we use the rate at which everybody does? Everybody does a game.
Does everyone not play possessions?
Hey, how many meals do you eat per week?
Per week?
Yeah, I mean you can't go per day because no day is the same. How many meals do you eat per week?
Why can't I do a day?
How many times do you hit the gym per month?
Quite a bit, actually, quite a bit. But I'm saying, I'm just saying though, like why would we change up what we're doing? We're playing games. Nobody plays 100 possessions. It's that's it. That's enough of that.
How do you measure speed?
You do a game. You do a game. How many rests? It depends. So
you don't measure it by distance. You often measure it by rate. It's a rate. It's like per mile.
Because it's per hour.
Right. But that's the point. A game is not equivalent.
Once again, those are two. You just tried to do what Chill tried to do to me earlier. That's not the same thing. That's not the same thing at all. We're talking about basketball. Don't switch this shit up. Don't switch this shit up now. We're talking about basketball.
Should Luka get benefit for playing 3 more minutes a game?
We play for what? What are you talking about?
Because
what are you talking about?
Okay, so that's the point. Per minute,
because he can play if he plays more minutes. That's what he does.
Why
that's
is he playing
in that
more
game.
Minutes?
Because his coach played him more minutes.
No, because Shea has often sat fourth quarters because his team is blowing teams out. That's why.
Well, that's just what it is. That's part of it.
So when we're talking about the best scorer, is it not relevant that the other guy scores more?
See, what you're thinking about is this game is played for the stats. This game is played to win the game. So you go per the game.
I'm saying it's still per possession. Stat. Possessions make up games, yo.
Possessions make up games. I understand that. Thank you, Penn. Never mind.
Yo, Big Ox. How many snow bunnies do you catch per weekend?
There you go. What's your rate stat on snow bunny catching?
Yeah, Big Ox, huh?
Ox like 6 snow bunnies per weekend.
That's wild. That's wild.
6?
That's wild, man. That's wild. I'm not even gonna dignify that with a response.
All right, y'all. Unlimited Z Hoop Talks say Giannis is averaging 29 to 30 on 66 true shooting, and yet you guys left him out of your top 5s. Shame on y'all. You
just adding words. You want to read super chat?
Those were my words. I read his super chat and then I put my words on the end of it. Shame on y'all. And especially shame on you.
The brother's modern day Shaq, man. It's not a top 10 scorer in the league.
No, he's not.
He's quite literally statistically modern day Shaq.
Quite literally, statistically. How many words you want to use? That's a word salad. That's the first salad.
Hey, easy on the word salad shit. That is triggering, yo. Saying word and salad in the same sentence is prohibited on this panel, okay?
Why? You have to let me know.
Don't worry about it.
My bad.
Don't even worry about it. Because if I say why, it might trigger you too.
Nothing gonna trigger me, man.
That was a rough week for you, boy.
I'm untriggerable.
Shit. Hey, in the words of Jordan, shit. I get your feathers ruffled quick up here, boy. All I gotta do is mention 2 names.
Oh man, R.I.P. to my man too.
Who? Oh, the shit dude. Yeah, he did. He did just pass. Yeah.
What?
R.I.P. to man. Yeah, R.I.P. to my man.
Oh,
yo, Markivian, 75% is ridiculous numbers, and I've never shot that well in my life.
You never shot 75% from the free throw line?
I'm not talking about free throws. And actually, no. First of all, I wouldn't talk about free throws. And second of all,
no, Ox.
No.
Hey, on a per look, I won't say per weekend, but on a per night basis, hey, Big Ox, look. Jokic pales in comparison to some nights I didn't see you get busy. I'm talking about, look, I didn't see Big Ox go for 70 on 50, 49.
Ryan, chill.
20 rebounds.
Chill, Ryan, you know people can see this, bro. You know people watching.
And drop me off a couple assists. I'm talking about the oops where he throwing like this, and I just catch it and just boop. Hey, just drop it in real talk, just boop.
What's this nigga trying to do to me, man?
Shout out my dog, Big Ox, man.
I be trying to tell Penn I'm a point guard. You don't know.
We finna see Ox streaming on on the weekend outside like that big. What's that big dude? That 6'7" nigga that be going outside. Getting hit on
that's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy.
You better be.
Crazy.
I going to be on that.
Nah, I'm not. I'm not handsome enough for that.
Alan L. Speaking of not being handsome, Alan L.
Respect Alan L.
I'm respecting him. I'm calling it. I'm calling it is what it is.
They calling him handsome.
Alan L. said, Luka is legitimately my favorite player ever, or to ever play the sport. I, however, cannot co-sign my GOAT at 2 over Jokic. L list, sadly.
Which one of those two players was apparently going through a gimmick where they weren't taking shots for like a week? Like, shut up, man. Come on.
The not shooting gimmick.
I mean, it was like the first week of the season, to be fair. But
I swear Jokic had a 7-shot attempt game just like the other week. Like, I'm not even denying Jokic is amazing. He was top 3 on my list, but shit, man, we're splitting hairs here. And I just feel like Jokic has much, much, much better teammates. And a better team. I feel like he has an easier
wouldn't
job.
Wouldn't that also go to the point of why Luka has more volume if he has the worst team? He's
a more aggressive scorer. He's always been a more aggressive scorer. That's why he always averages more points. Like Jokic could score 35, but nobody cares what you could do.
Yeah, Jokic is never going to be probably not going to be ever quite as aggressive as Luka Doncic, but he doesn't have to be as aggressive as Luka to be a better scorer.
Well, I can make an argument that his teams would be even better sometimes if he did go out and score 40 every
I can argue Luka's teams would be better sometimes if he stopped throwing up that dumbass step back.
I'm looking forward for you. I've seen you turn on Luka now. I want to see the day you turn on JJ Redick, bro.
I'm not turning on Luka. When Luka plays better, I'll give him his credit and his props, and I'll say, yeah, Luka's back to playing like a top 3 player in the world. Until then, I'm going to be honest about how he's playing.
STT38 sent through a super chat and said, real talk is a terrible, capital T, terrible debater, just relying on true shooting percentage, just ignoring the actual basketball. Pin, did you send this through in your burner account, or was this one of your people?
I ain't wasting $5 to talk about real talk, man.
I agree. I would.
Yeah, I ain't no $5 hoe anyway. That's the type Pin pick up on the weekend. I'll be doing that.
Oh, Pin, that's how you rack up your snow bunnies? $5 bills?
Bro, come on.
Well, in between my obviously very, very busy schedule of lighting candles, yes, I do find time to,
those
peruse.
Candles, those was tiki torches.
Was it?
Yeah, that
was that a picture from the Rittenhouse?
They got tiki torch candle, same shit.
Nah, swipe it wrong for that.
You know what you call that?
Facilitating it.
You know what you call that? Like if you were in front of someone, you know what you would call that? You would call that a real bitch move, like a next level bitch move.
You probably would be.
We are unhinged today. We are unhinged.
The B word is just another word, bro. Hey, if you acting bitchy, you acting bitchy.
I mean, Pin, in the circles I'm in, we wouldn't call nobody a bitch. We would call them something like a fuck nigga.
Or that, something like that. Same thing, different kind.
You want to try it? All right, let me stop. Okay.
Chill,
not funny. L host, boo. My bad. Okay. Not funny. The next super chat is from The People's 23 said SGA now has the most games in NBA history, scoring 30 points in less than 30 minutes. Also, check 6 blocks, DPOY loading, ... SGA second MVP at 27.
Yeah, and it'll be yet again because I don't think he played better than Jokic last year. I don't think he's playing better than Jokic this year, but he's gonna win the MVP. So shout out to him.
It's kind of interesting. You just hanging around. You hanging around Swipe it too much. When I first met Real Talk, he was like the biggest Jokic hater on the planet. And I don't know what the hell is happening.
Swiping and converted him?
New information.
Damn, so you not a $5 hoe, you a $10 hoe?
Oh wow.
No, I do think that he deserved his MVPs are deserved. but I know this is what this is going to do with him as far as some different kind of talks. So,
but real talk, nobody was hating on Jokic. Y'all act like when we keep it real with Jokic, we are hating on him. We weren't
I'm
hating
not
on him.
gonna be up here defending Jokic. I don't give a damn. Do whatever you
But I'm saying no real talk. We was giving him love. We just wasn't giving him the love y'all was giving him.
Who is
y'all
y'all?
was ready to. No. I'm real talk. I'm talking about last year when they were saying we were Jokic haters. Now you've
Oh
converted
yeah,
into
oh
all
yeah.
I'm talking about last year. We were giving him love. Nobody said Jokic was trash. Nobody said Jokic was weak. It's just conversations we weren't ready to have.
Ron, this time next year, you gonna be like some big Jokic super fan.
Hey, I hope so.
You gonna be on the scale with Swiper too.
I hope he converts me.
Ron ain't moving that scale, man. Bro, light as a feather.
I'm hitting the gym right after this. You know what?
I'm gonna be with Chill pushing his amp prompt next year. I'm already knowing.
Best player in the league.
Best player in the league.
Maybe we'll see.
I will be hella consistent.
I'm gonna still be riding with Kawhi next year.
Yeah,
best player in the NBA,
and you still won't be going to damn place because you were riding with Kawhi. Goddamn car and broke down 3 years ago. You still sitting in that damn hot ass car with no AC in the summertime.
I'm gonna stand
by him. I know.
I'm gonna stand by.
I know.
Man.
All right, the next
I'm gonna be pushing that raggedy ass car right next to Kawhi.
How are we almost an hour overtime? It's because Swiper just wouldn't shut up for 2 hours, man.
Yeah, this is all Swiper's
and then he left.
I told y'all before he left.
I swear I didn't say a word for like 45 minutes.
Yo, Pin, put that drawing back up. Put that picture back up. He deserves it. But while you doing that, STT38 said he named a floor spacer. Name the rest of the lineup, all spacers. He cooks himself.
Bro, this man is sitting here. He's talking about me. He's trying to convince me. He's talking about me. That's what I'm saying. He's talking about that 24 Mavs team being a better offensive unit than this year's Lakers. This is absolutely absurd. I'm sorry.
We're just going to leave this up for the rest of the episode.
See, but then I'd be wrong if Swipe texts me and then be like, you know what I'm saying? Then the check will be real talk. Why you should?
First of all, I'm not wrong. I'm plugging his OnlyFans.
Oh, no. I'm talking about the chat.
I'm putting money back into his pocket for his Turkey trip.
Oh, so, wait. Swiper did just text me. Super chat, y'all. Super chat, y'all.
I need a pedicure, man. My cuticles is crazy right now, boy. Damn.
Show him. You might get some subscribers to your OnlyFans.
Nah, man. Chill out, man.
All right. Alan L said Ayton's not the type of play finisher Luka's used to. His ass is also soft as Charmin and can't catch the ball. Also, 77's biggest issue, in my opinion, is turnovers.
I'm sorry, Swiper. Get your ass back up here, man. Ain't no way you doing this shit in the comments. Tiki Torch Boy.
TTB? That's your new nickname? TTB?
Okay.
Go clean your cheeks.
Oh, man. What a start to 2026.
Tell me about it.
I thought 2026 was gonna be a brand new year, man. I thought y'all was getting y'all.
Yeah, apparently we choosing violence.
Oh man, fuck all that. Look, if this don't get you excited for the panel in 2026, hey, nothing will.
Oh man.
Hey, and y'all just wait for tomorrow. Y'all thought today was exciting. Hey, Ox, and then November came.
Fuck, bro. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, all right, I got a couple more members chats, and then we gonna get out of here. First off, I want to shout out Sun1873 for becoming a member. I want to shout out
Ron Middleton. You do kind of look like Middleton a little bit. I see it.
Shit. Both got them scrawny ass ashy ankles.
Jason Boyd sent through a members chat and said, Happy New Year's, fellas. Much love to all 2026. We up.
No doubt. No doubt.
New Year's resolutions. Do we have any up here?
Pen, real talk.
Yeah, definitely. I got tons of New Year's resolutions.
All ears. We're all ears.
Yeah, I got one.
I got 22,901 New Year's resolutions.
We're all ears.
Well, for starters, I would like to approach things with a little bit more of a mindful setting. Think before I speak a little bit. We're off to a horrible start today, but damn.
Pen, speak first, ask questions last, or whatever, or however the saying went.
Whatever they said.
Yeah.
Be authentic. My New Year's resolution is to adapt basketball.
Adapt.
So this last year, I told y'all I was gonna come over to this side of things, and what I'm saying, and just get with the new wave. I think I did good for the first couple of days, and I couldn't keep going. But this year, what I'm going to do is I'm going to adopt the basketball philosophy. I'm going to get beyond some paywalls. You know what I mean? I'm gonna study all the new formulas and analytics. I'm gonna get with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna get left behind. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna get behind some paywalls, but I'm gonna pay for stats that people don't get to see.
I've been seeing he be adapting these new ideals, the debate and stuff like that. Just like when Ron, I've been running this game since the off season, because I was running the game since the off season. Because when I was
y'all was both capping.
Kawhi. No, I wasn't capping. I was telling the truth. Ox was capping. Kawhi and the Clippers are going to be really good. You know what Ox then turns around to do? Oh man, I'm big Luka this year. Oh man, the Lakers. The Lakers are going to win the championship. Man, he ain't
real talk. I start supporting Luka when I see him crying. When I seen him crying in Dallas, I told y'all that shit did something to me. I was like, nah, this is gonna be something different. And he came back and lost weight. And when he said when that reporter asked him about the Ozempic and he looked at him like he was finna strangle him, I was like, nah, Luka for real. And then I saw Luka playing defense in the Euro tournament. I was like, damn. This is something new. I was for real. Luka played me. That's what happened. Luka played me. And then the first week or so, he was actually competing on defense. You know what I'm saying? And then, what was I to think? I was serious.
Y'all know who Ox
back to his old ways.
Yeah, y'all know who Ox is. Chad. Ox is.
Yeah, who's the little Ox?
He's Kakashi. He is the
Kakashi 6'9".
Kakashi. No, not Kakashi from Naruto. Kakashi he could see any jujitsu and copy it immediately and then use it against you. You're right. So Ox tries to take your moves. See, now he's about to take basketball. He's about to out debate basketball people with basketball. That's what he's about to try to do. You know what I'm saying? But
so we got TTB, we got Fifi below me, and then real talk. What's your new nickname coming into this year?
Shit. I got people, a few call me E40, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna call you Big Meech, because apparently you moving a lot of weight. So I'm gonna call you Big Meech.
Hold on. Wait, Ron, give me 30 more seconds, Ron, because I wanted to defend myself. Because real talk is doing me real dirty right now. Real talk. That's like any of y'all ever came home, brought your girl some flowers, and she get to talking about what you do. You know what I'm saying? Like assume that you done did something wrong just because you brought her some flowers or something like that. That's what's happening to me right now. I tried to adapt. I tried to change the way I was
women
thinking.
nowadays.
I tried to change the way I was thinking on this basketball thing. I was supporting Luka Doncic, and I supported the Los Angeles Lakers. And this is how I get treated for trying to adapt my mindset and be more open to my views in basketball. And I'm getting treated like this for it. I think that's wrong. Chat, if you ever bring your girl some flowers, and she get to talking about what did you do, she cheating.
Y'all and then did y'all see the elite gaslight?
So you just flip it around on her?
You see what I'm saying? Hey, I see what. Hey, I know how I be rolling. Yeah, I see how I be rolling in real life. I ain't gonna lie. I be doing.
You know what's funny though? Cheaters are always accusing other people of cheating. You notice that, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. If she
so does it work for other stuff too? You think people who light tiki torches like accuse other people of lighting tiki torches? You think that should happen?
All right, y'all. It's about that time to get up out of here. The ones sent through one last mirrors chat and said the Mavs were the 8th seed before the trade. Y'all, it has been fun. It has been real. Y'all already know what time it is. You have been rocking with the panel. This is episode 1 of 360. Is it a leap year this year? Of 365 days, y'all. It is going to be an amazing time. Y'all be sure to tap in.
I got a
question. My New Year's.
Oh, go ahead. What's your news? Well, before you get your news, I just want to ask you, real talk. You ever been walking through the mall and seen something real fine with her husband and be like, I wonder if she cheats?
Absolutely.
Big guy.
Most of the time, it's yes. Most people cheat. I think we have to. I actually think
black men don't cheat.
We were just
black women on the other hand.
Yeah.
Most people don't cheat.
Most people.
A lot of people cheat.
Oh, you niggas are animals.
most people do not cheat. And you know what, Alex, when you learning about the basketball and all these analytics, please make sure to forward a certain Mr. Potato Head my jokes per possession that landed today.
I got you, Pin. My man. I got you.
Hey, Pin, how many potatoes can you shave? How many potatoes can you shave per hour?
Bro, I'm about to make some French fries right now.
We gotta get up out of here. We gotta get up out of here. I just want to tell you guys my New Year's resolution
potatoes
this year.
So much. I need to have some fried potatoes right now.
Man, my New Year's resolution this year.
Go ahead.
Is to bring you guys the best content that you've ever seen from a basketball platform. That includes, last year we took you to the WNBA finals. I'm assuming we'll do the same thing this year. But my goal is to take y'all to the NBA finals. My goal is to take you guys to center courts, such as the Blazers game that we will be attending here very soon in March. My goal is to take you guys to the NBA Cup this year, NBA All-Star Weekend. You know, my goal is to take you guys to places that have never been seen for content creators. And, you know, just buckle y'all seatbelts. We're going to have a real good year. In the meantime, make sure to join the NFL Playoff Survivor on Splash Sports by way of Player's Choice. You can scan this QR code or click the link in the bio. $6,750 will be coming my way if you don't join the contest. So you better join the contest, or I will happily thank each and every one of you guys for handing me over this prize. Fellas, do you have anything to say on the way out?
Happy New Year, y'all.
Of you guys' nasty episodes?
No. Just I want to let y'all know when we go to LA for All-Star Weekend, I'm gonna take y'all to the best baked potato spot. They got this fire baked potato spot, and I'm gonna get y'all the trust me, y'all gonna love it.
Now when Swipe come back up here, whatever day he back up here, and he is terrorizing y'all, and he's not, he won't shut up, and he's over talking everybody and all of that. Hey,
you mean today?
Don't be mad then.
You mean today?
He was doing it. I ain't gonna lie. Swipe was talking his ass off for the first hour.
Because he was kicking with Michael Irvin last night. That's why. But what you don't know,
don't blame him. Blame the host. He let him talk. Right. Apparently, you let him.
But y'all know, Swipe. I ain't scared of Swipe, but y'all know I be spit shining that crystal ball. Stop playing.
Shout out to Swipe, but happy New Year to everybody, man. You know, peace and blessings to you all. I hope y'all have a great 2026, man. Because I plan
join the NFL Playoff Survivor. Oh, and by the way, I can't